Welcome back to the Shadows.
Side quests live is now live. Streaming Shadowrun, Episode 10, Chasing the Tail without knowing what kind of creature it is.
All right. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah, it always live. Side quest live. Hi, Internet.
Apostrophe V. I don't know.
Hi, Internet. Welcome back. There we are. We're all here. I'm just going to do the intro from this screen. We're back in Shadowrun tonight. It's a tabletop role-playing game from the 1980s. Cyberpunk meets Dungeons and Dragons in a dystopian wasteland that is ever so quickly becoming more and more accurate. Yikes. Am I the only one who feels that way? Hey!
What?
Liar!
It's Phil.
It's Phil. He said he couldn't make it, but there he is.
It's the kind of lies we appreciate.
These are good lies.
Yeah.
Like,
You do.
okay,
You do
spoiler
good at
alert. Like, democracy works, and capitalism is fine, and Santa Claus is not a giant, terrifying monster.
But what I actually said was, I don't think I have it in me today.
Oh.
Ah,
Well, that's not a lie that we appreciate.
that's fair.
The difference is subtle, but important. Is my camera on? Why can't I see myself?
I see
Well,
you.
we can see you.
All right, cool.
Quit picking your
At
nose.
least I was just gonna say, at least I won't see myself picking my nose.
No.
Cool. So you're just going to be low energy, hang out in the background?
Just fly the
He's
chopper.
wait. This is method acting. This is Gerald here.
Yep. Yeah,
All
you,
right.
you got to pass on that one.
So hopefully, Bello will have lied as well and is able to be here on. We hope. No, we wish them well. Unfortunately, some of the players can't be here today, but that's not going to stop us from running some shadows. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, let me do the usual annoying thing. Sorry, guys. Is this the button? Yeah. Hey, if this is your first time here, hit the button that does the thing with the, the follow, the like, all of that nonsense, because it would help us out a lot, and you could be awesome. So it would be wonderful if you could do that. Roll all the sixes with us, and if you've never played Shadowrun before, just know that we'll basically be compressing the rules and making things up as we go. Although we do,
Never
there's
played
rules for
Shadowrun
everything.
Before, what the hell have you been doing?
Exactly. There are rules for rules in this game. All right, so that's that. Make sure you jump on and listen to podcasts and the YouTubes and all that jazz. Anyway, I'm going to throw over to
First
the
rule
much
of
less
Shadowrun
annoying
is we talk about the
Steve.
rules of Shadowrun.
That's a good introduction. I appreciate being termed much less annoying. I think it's a good basis for a character, maybe.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, for people who don't play Shadowrun, this is one of the things I love. This is all the dice you need to play D&D, right? Really, this is all the dice you really need to play D&D.
Yeah.
But if you're going to play Shadowrun, your goal actually is to need this many dice to play Shadowrun.
Right. The more dice you need, the better you're doing.
It's true. So for those the uninitiated, you use a dice pool and you try to get 5s and 6s, and so you got to
And get
roll as
different
many of them
colors.
as
Yeah.
possible.
There are
You only want to make a character that only needs 1d6. Because that's really funny to me.
Like, if you're gonna play Shadowrun and you only have one die color, it's so confusing. Like, you need some for edge, you need some for attributes, you need some for your skill. Am I adding things? Are these my failures? Which ones are gonna explode? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta
You
gotta
need
have
them all.
around it.
You need every last one of them. And then I've got mine right here, because Roll20 hates me, so I just got... there they are. The beautiful...
And then you need some weird ones that, like, show up most of the time when you expect that a glitch will be extra funny, and you know these ones kind of suck. Then you whip those ones out.
Yeah, I call those my dice.
I mean, you gotta have different sizes for different things too, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that matters.
It's like, is this going to be a really important test? So you're not going to use your little dice. Let's be honest. Size
No,
matters.
no.
You know, if you go
That's how
with
use it.
rounded edge or the more pointy edge, it's important, right?
You definitely need legible dice, though. Like, people, D&D players love their really fancy dice you gotta squint at to read. And maybe that's okay if you're only
reading
rolling in one number. Yeah, but if you're rolling 10 dice, you gotta make sure you can read those fast.
Listen, everybody.
That time adds up.
Links in the description. We'll link to some really good dice.
These are the dice that I got from the starter set. They're pretty good, but they are hard to read sometimes.
Yeah,
but those are cool.
Yeah, this was 6th edition, which was trash. Stay with 5.
Yeah.
6th edition was not...
Nice. Is a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
This is the problem with playing online. We can't all talk at once. It's good TV. I recommend 100 dice for $10. Go to the dollar store.
That's from the 4th ed set.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
It's all about being the dice goblins.
But these are the ones I usually use, and they're pretty hard to read.
That's so that other people at the table can't call you out on shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, GM can't call you out.
All right. So now that we've discussed the importance,
my players don't know what I'm rolling.
Yeah. So long as we've discussed the importance of having a mitt full of dice handy, Steve's going to be our GM today. I'm supposed to be doing things behind the scenes, but I have not. But Steve's going to be our GM. So what's up, Steve? Or should we introduce first?
Yeah, do a quick intro. If you've watched this, you know what's up. Anyway, I'll be GM. I'll just throw it right up to Matt.
I am playing Armag Schwarzenegger, a fitness influencer and aspiring movie star. He models his life on the great movie stars of old. And just looking to get his name out there, get famous for something.
Nice.
Darcy.
I'm just gonna. I know how this works to start. You can find me at Darcy Bits, except for not on Twitter. That's a different name because I have no consistency. So good job, me. I'm playing.
Branding.
What's my character's Radio. Yeah, my character's in Radio. She's radioactive. It's not even really a pun. Do you want more? Let's keep going.
See, I thought it was radio because you had a radio in your helmet.
It's quick introductions today. Phil's here.
Speedy.
Hi, I'm playing Gerald. I'm old. Fuck you.
Yeah. Checks out.
That's actually a character archetype in this game. So, no.
Yeah.
I'm old. Fuck you.
He's the pilot / they call it rigger in this game. Rigger.
Don't fucking label me.
Yeah. And Phil will be doing a Harrison Ford impression throughout the rest of the show.
All right. And lastly, you all know who Todd is. So he doesn't get to talk. Okay. Anyway,
I'm playing Mac, a magic guy who lost his arm in cyberware thing. Words.
Yep.
All right. Roll credits, and then I'll tell you what's going on. We'll hold it still.
Honestly, we should more games where we just talk about dice. Really, up
We're
our
just dice
credibility.
The whole game is just dice.
At the end of a railroad track? I don't know.
Is that a... I have no idea.
Yep. Okay.
No.
Oh, it's a back scratcher.
Yes, a Japanese joinery back scratcher. So, last episode of Shadowrun was 3 weeks ago. very heavy episode. The runners had just left a hospice where they had picked up Gerald's long lost, thought possibly dead, but yet turns out not to be dead wife, Beatrice Peaches, who may or may not be a reincarnation of Beatrice from D&D. No coincidence? Much coincidence. We don't know yet. They're in the helicopter on their way to going to rendezvous with Kat, who had headed off in her van to, as far as the runners understood, to intercept and shadow a vehicle, a big rig that was hauling some goods that were being smuggled by the Piano family in across several countries, which would currently just have been one country, but anyway. And so upon Kat's intercepting, she followed the truck, which had an escort car, for about a day and a half, while the others were off doing what they were doing. About half an hour, 20 minutes before the other runners were going to be within range to catch up to her, the truck had pulled over, started fueling, and was going to get back on the highway. Kat, in a moment of, just haste, I suppose, decided that she wanted to take the convoy down. Took an ill-fated sniper shot and ended up incurring the wrath of the crew that was escorting this truck. Thus
an entire squad of mobsters, basically.
Yeah, losing her life in the process. One of those things where the dice were very heavily not in our favor, and maybe not the most tactically well thought out thing. Thus, we are left with the runners just having done a quick and dirty funeral on top of a mountain, and they've jumped back in the helicopter and are on their way somewhere. So, here you are in the helicopter. You are aloft. You're headed towards Seattle. The runners have lost the hacked tracking they had on the big rig. They have lost visual sight, obviously. That's not to say that it would be impossible to reconnect with that. I mean, you did it in the first place. And are kind of feeling, last we experienced, there was some expression of feeling like, whoa, this is heavy. So, you're in the air. What do you guys want to do?
Leave the floor open for a bit. I kind of was like out at the end of the last session, so I'm not exactly sure. I'll jump in. Feel free to discuss.
So I think after the hospital, I had to go get my mom's car home. So I did that. Can we say I picked up a couple guns while I was at that too, Steve?
Yeah. So your character
Your
is
Amazon package is at the doorway.
So yeah, Schwarzenegger is back in Seattle. So you can reconnect. You can attempt, or you don't have to attempt. You can reconnect with the crew in the helicopter at any point. Let's say that's what you
communications.
Yeah. So Gerald signals coming through to the helicopter. It's Armov Schwarzenegger.
Fucking no.
Hey guys, I got my mom's car home. I'm all good for the Shadowrun now. I'm excited. My package got here. I've got some sweet. I got a RoboCop gun and I got a Clint Eastwood gun.
Hi,
So I'm
can you
all ready for
hold
the voice
please
mail.
just for a moment? I love this screenplay you're working on. Bliss, can you encrypt this? Please.
She very easily. Oh, she was well ahead of you on that. It's encrypted.
Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, GS. We've just had a busy night.
Yeah. I mean, for the movie, of course. Because
No, you can stop that now. Bliss is on the thing.
Perfect. Well, yeah. Where do you guys want me to meet you for the pickup?
Who's gonna tell him?
Well, are we still doing this thing? Because are we going to have time to get him from Seattle and still get to the truck?
I
Yes,
tell you,
okay.
I can't wait to show Kat my new guns. I know she loves those things.
All right, well, Gerald will punch into the system some coordinates that are appropriate for helicopter pickup. And send
Yeah,
those.
my mom needs a car, but I'll take a cab. I can meet you guys somewhere.
He grunts and just like, here. Sends it off.
We're heading back again.
Oh, hey, Radio, you're awake.
Yeah.
You doing okay?
Sorry about that. I thought I'd be okay. I think I'm coming around though.
How much do you know?
We were heading to where Cat was.
Yeah. Alright, GS, Radio. Cat is dead. Very dead.
You mean like... You mean like she's not working with us anymore?
No?
Yep.
I mean like...
Yeah,
I mean-
that's. I mean, it's hard for someone to work with you who's dead.
Yeah, we just buried her on a mountain. Look, I don't know what happened. The escort team took her out. I don't know even how they spotted her or what happened exactly, but like she didn't tell us, and then we couldn't get there in time, and they took her right out.
Man.
Bliss is taking it pretty hard.
Well, now it's personal. Gonna have a revenge arc now. Everybody likes those in movies.
Glad you figured out how to twist this for your own gain. Fucking works.
Hey, I said it's revenge in her name, all right? I just happened to be getting a really sweet video out of it.
I'm gonna hang up on you now.
Gerald mutes it and is like, "You guys sure you want me to pick him up?"
All right.
I really did think that probably out of all of us, he was the first one that was gonna die.
Yeah.
So-
Shit.
Really
Who
know
do I owe
that.
money to?
What?
I'm gonna pay Gerald.
You're paying me?
Yeah, we had a bet going that Green Streak would be the first to die. I don't remember exactly how much, but I know we put money on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
A nominally game insignificant amount.
Which to me is always a significant amount. I'm so poor.
1,000 new yen. Yeah.
0.2 karma's worth of money.
Okay, so you guys are kind of, going off topic here. Green Streak is still on mute. Well, you guys have muted him.
Well, I can unmute now.
Yeah, you come to me mid-sentence trying to justify the vid, and it's like, well, it's actually a tribute to Kat, and it's like a permanent thing on the internet, and everybody's going to see it, and they're going to know how great Kat was. And,
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
By how
Click.
much we loved her, by how strong her revenge is.
So you hang up on him, and Bliss kind of pipes up and goes, "Guys, I got a secure call. I'm gonna connect here. It's from Flirp. He's wanting to know what's going on. Just give me a second to encrypt the literal shit out of this."
All right. So while that's happening, we lost the truck. We're heading back to Seattle. Do we
picked
know
up
where it's
Kat
going?
and her truck.
Is that a thing?
We have the van. We don't know where it's going.
We can't track it, but we can go where it was going to go. Right?
We know exactly where it is.
No, they killed the transponder.
Of Kat's van.
No, their own as well. They scrambled it.
Okay, so here let me refresh the memory of the players and potentially their characters.
Mm-hmm.
When you initially got this particular assignment, you were told the truck's destination is warehouse A. You know where that is. You were also told that through back channels, Crandall Manicotti is redirecting it to warehouse A1, which is in Yakuza territory, going to blame Yakuza for stealing this truck. Then you also know that Flirp has set up warehouse B, where he wants you to actually redirect the truck to.
Right.
So, you could do any number of things, depending on how you think it will play out. You could redirect it to warehouse A, A1, warehouse B. But you do know its destination. The initial discussion between you players in episode 1, which feels like forever ago, was which one do we do? And how do we redirect this? We don't know how we're going to redirect this. So that was Kat's mission, was to go and keep eyes on it so you could stay in communication to know when and where to do what, whenever you decided what it is that you're going to do.
Mm.
Right. So, we've been hired by Flirp, so that thing's got to end up at B. So we're going to show up, find out. We got A1.
I mean, there's only so many routes there, right? We should be able to head it off. I imagine we don't want it to be we want to do it before Seattle, though, so...
Can we not just put a sign on the door that says, "We've closed, move to, new address"?
Can we hack their GPS maybe? Is that something Bliss can do?
If we were close enough, maybe.
Potentially. You would be confident in her skill. The only question she would raise would be, do I have the opportunity? And the answer may be yes and it may be no. So at that point, she's going to say, "Hey guys, okay, I got him. I'll connect him through." And you get a bit of a fuzzy, hollow sounding connection with video, where Flirp is there and it's kind of like camera's looking up at him. He's very clearly got his cell phone in his jacket and is somewhere dark. You can't see anything. He's like, "Guys, what's the update? What's going on? I heard something about someone shooting at someone." You realize you guys are actually trying to the guys on that truck are our guys, right?
Well, they're kind of your guys, but yeah.
Hey, chummers.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa.
here's the thing.
I don't know
I
whose
don't-
guys are whose guys.
Things happen on the road, and, well, let's just say things got a lot more personal, and, one of our team is dead.
You see him like he's like this, and he's like
a bump in the road, and the gun just went off.
Yeah, we're gonna totally be like, it'll be Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction. That's what this whole thing is.
pull it into the garage. I got coffee over there.
We need to clean. No, we're good. We took care of all of the mess, but
Mistakes were made. The consequences were paid.
Okay then. As morbid as this sounds,
Thanks for coming by.
This might actually. Can you not pipe that audio to us, Todd? It's distracting.
Didn't know I did.
Yeah. It's nice to say hi though, because you're over there on that screen, Twitch people. Where was I? What was Flip saying? He's saying this. Yes, we might actually be able to take advantage of that in a way, as morbid as that sounds. Here's the thing. So now that group is kind of spooked, which gives us a plausible explanation as to why they should be going somewhere else. The thing is, Manicotti doesn't know about Kat's death yet because the message came through one of my guys. Hard to explain. So if he thinks everything's going to plan and then our transport crew gets told you were calling an audible, that could be a good thing for us.
Okay, do that.
Gotta love capitalism.
Yeah. The problem is, it's gotta look like it comes from above me. Oh. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. He's sitting there, he's kinda like, this isn't what I was planning. This isn't how things are supposed to go. But there's never a plan. That's the problem. There's never a plan. Why isn't there a fucking plan? That's how he keeps us on edge. He kind of puts his phone back like this, and you hear some muffling, and like, he's kind of like, yeah, I'll be right with you. No, I'll be out in a second.
You pooping?
If
Listen, guys. Okay, here's the thing. You have all the addresses. You have all that information. I don't know if I can talk again before, I don't know, sometime the next day even. I was intentionally supposed to be super occupied right now to create plausible deniability, so I don't know if I can talk to you again. But here's the thing. You know you have options. You can, but as long as it doesn't go how he was planning it to go, we gain an advantage. But even if it goes how Manicotti wanted it to go, that's not the end of the world. It just sets us back.
What happens if the truck gets to 1A? Can we then move it from there, or do we have to make sure it never gets there?
If it gets to its initial destination, that's good, because in a way that's good because Manicotti's plan gets foiled, but then he would figure that out and know that, and that would cause a problem. He's gonna know.
No, the place he's sending it.
The place he's sending, 1A, you said 1A, yeah, the place he's sending it, if it gets there, he thinks he's succeeded in his subterfuge, which there may be a way we can use that to our advantage. If it goes to our warehouse, B, he's going to know, but then it's in our control, so I've got plans for that.
So if it makes it to his warehouse and then it disappears, it's on him.
Well, his warehouse is it disappearing, because that was the entire. It's not his real warehouse, right?
Actually, that's Gerald. That's better than what I had in mind. Fuck, I gotta go. He hangs up.
Cool.
Okay, let's do that.
So, do we want to get it before it gets to 1A, or do we want to redirect it after?
So, just to answer that question, I'll help set the scene a little bit so you guys, because Gerald would know this. But anyway, no matter what, that vehicle they're driving can't go in anywhere near as fast as you can. Even though the chopper's not the fastest thing in the air, you'll get there about, if you just fly straight there, you'll get there about 6 hours where they do. Yeah, you'll have about a 6 hour lead time back to Seattle.
So we could potentially get there, use our Invisicrate, shove the truck into the Invisicrate, just leave it there for a bit.
I guess it depends on like when they get there. How does the Yakuza stole it like get back to everyone?
Well, in
right?
this case, the Yakuza didn't steal it
are they gonna
necessarily.
Hold on.
Yeah, but that's what I want the story to be,
I can make
right?
people see things, so long as they're not super magical. I can make people see stuff. It'll even show up on camera. So if we want like a bunch of stereotypical Yakuza guys to go walking in there and then like walk out with it, I can probably make that happen.
What size
Isn't that what we want it to not happen, though? That's what Manicotti wants.
No, we want it to look like Manicotti is working with the Yakuza, even though he's not.
That works, yeah. I'm okay with that. I don't think that was the actual goal, but sure, it sounds good.
Actually, Phil, you want him to look like he's working with the Yakuza because you know he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this is just putting it out there. Does anybody know anybody in the Yakuza?
Bliss does.
I mean, could we just call them up? Like, go pick it up.
I think she did before, and it was like a whole like, nah, I can't do that. Sorry,
Fair.
but I can disregard that. Bliss. Sorry.
No, you've had that conversation already because her contact is too low and too far separated from it.
It's a separate like cell of the whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different family, and I mean they all know each other. It's a different family, and like that's how the dice came up. Essentially, I did roll to see if he was connected, but
This is what we need to figure out. Hey, Orker.
Yes, sir.
What's the better plot line?
I'm back.
Sorry, what's the better witch?
What's the better plot line for your movie? Let's do that one.
Well, I'm already in Seattle. I could easily stake out this warehouse B,
Or
I like
A.
the idea of disguises, kind of like an Ocean's 11 kind of thing. That's a great movie. I'd be happy to be Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11. Or George Clooney, either works.
I don't know any of these movies he's talking about.
Dude, these are before my grandfather's time.
I remember them.
Like I said.
It'd be great if we all got Mini Coopers and we could do an Italian Job spoof.
I've seen the Italian Job, but I don't think it's the one you think of.
Mm-hmm. So here's your thing, right? As you're having this discussion, I'm not going to make your roll for this. I'm just going to, you need to figure out how you deal with it. If it right now, the truck is heading for 1A or A1, whatever, right? The head of the piano family thinks it's going to A. It's actually going to A1. You could, if you so choose, redirect it to B, or you could let it go to A1 and you could do a Los Brothers repeat, redux, redo, but
we
better.
were good at that. We did that real good.
Let's do that one.
That sounds like what you were saying.
Let's hear Bliss.
Sounds right.
As the person with the most intelligence. I'm assuming this is Bliss.
Yeah,
Watch
sure.
yourself.
I'll give Bliss that she would offer that. She did figure out the original Lost Bros Brothers plot, and since we're talking about the Italian Job, which was a movie that was remade better the second time, it's okay. So, anything you guys? Okay, so we can jump ahead a bit. I'll just give you the chance. Anything you want to do or say on the chopper on the way back to Seattle? Those of you who are on the chopper first.
All right. First of all, everybody's got to wear some kind of face cover, plausible deniability.
Oh yeah, I already got my motorcycle helmet.
Cool. What else do we need to cover? Let's not split up, because that's how death happens. It'd be great if we didn't bring down a whole bunch of, like, hitting an empty warehouse in the middle of the Barrens. Like, is this 1A? I don't know. The one we want to take it from. Is it in what level of security would that neighborhood be? Would it be like a C, a B, an A, triple A? Like, how heavy is response from uninvited guests? Can I roll Seattle knowledge?
Yeah, so while you're rolling that, again, I'll do my GM reminding of what you've already talked about.
I mean, we're like 4 weeks apart from games here.
Yeah. Well, today, Flurp did tell you that you now have a plausible reason for these guys to be told to go somewhere else.
Yeah. That would probably be easier.
So that job is quite easy. So what you want to do with that is up to you.
But he also said that he would prefer us to actually let it go to its Manicotti destination. Let it go to Shea Manicotti and then make it disappear.
Right. And so Todd is going to find out how big of a challenge that will be.
I got 3 hits on area knowledge.
So,
honestly, I'm not super sure one way or the other. I say we just take them all out, but,
I mean, some of these people are Flurp's people.
Yeah. Zap.
Green Streak would offer to do an impression of Manicotti. He says he can do a good Marlon Brando.
When you say that, Bliss starts doing some Googling. So, but not Google.
I can make an illusion, but I can't turn someone into someone else. Just so you know. But I can make it a pretty convincing illusion.
Isn't your whole jam just like convincing people to believe you when you say bullshit? Isn't that like your whole thing?
Yeah, but I have to do that in person. Or do you mean Green Streak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just show up and be like, hey.
But it's me doing it. There is a way to. You know what? I'm gonna write
Believe
that down.
me,
for next time.
I'm the guy. I'm totally the guy that tells you to do things. You know that.
That's good. Let's have you do it.
You do know.
You gotta do it. It's your spell. You just said that.
That's true.
Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
This is it's hard to interrupt on the internet. Interject. Todd, just to correct you guys did get Flurp was clear that the guys in the truck aren't his guys, they're family guys. Right? So
yeah, if we kill them all, he might not be super pleased though.
Did seem like he didn't want us to do that, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So so Todd, so to answer about the area where the warehouse is, where the warehouse is in Yakuza territory. So if you guys are going in there, there's no backup, right? But that's how you live anyway.
Wait, there's backup?
Well, you were the backup.
Maybe something. At least that Blisk's contact might be able to help us with, just to say, hey guys, back off for a minute. Let us just run through here.
As long as we're not
in terms of
going in with. As long as we're not showing up in a helicopter or something, I think we should be able to slip right in, right?
We got a van now.
Ground.
We have a van now.
So you do though.
Block it.
You have the Invisicrate, and you did, or did you not? You did steal one of those Briggs, the tractors from the Lost Rose Brothers. So you have like a full-on
Yes.
tractor flatbed trailer that fits a shipping crate. You also know from the footage that the container that's on the back of this truck is the same kind of one that was inside the Invisicrate before. It'll fit.
So we could let them deliver and then have to deal with mobsters and potentially Yakuza. Or we intercept it beforehand and then just deal with this one group of people that we probably feel like putting bullets in anyway. Just putting that out there.
Man, I got no qualms with them. They killed someone that was trying to kill them.
Who happened to be our friend.
Yeah.
Friend.
I mean,
I get it. It's business.
Yeah, I think I like Radio's like side eyes Bliss to see if she's listening or not before she says anything ill of the dead. And I don't know whether or not she thinks or not, depending on if Bliss is paying attention. Keep your mouth shut. Yeah.
Let me see. She's deep in the Matrix, but she does it AR now, so she can hear you. But
not with the rotors. We could just mute her comms. Although she's the tech person, we could try. It probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I think Radio doesn't say anything, but if you're like looking at her, she's got kind of a look of like she was living fast and dying young. We could tell like she didn't have much time left. I'm not looking at that hard. First time I saw her, yeah, she was dying soon. So, but she doesn't say any of that, so you can decide how much you pick up on it.
And yet you let me take that bet anyway.
So Bliss kind of gives you're side-eyeing her, and Darcy, she gives Radio, kind of looks back and she goes, I'm gonna miss Kat, and how I feel about it isn't fully developed yet, but we have a job to do. I think not doing the job, letting it hang, fucking this up, would not be paying respect to Kat's memory. And then she just kind of rolls her eyes back and continues what she was doing.
Is there a best way that we can, well, have as little vein as possible? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean, though. I mean, maybe there is. Can we spin some upstart ganger tried to take the truck? I guess if we're trying to convince them to redirect it themselves, that's what Flirp was talking about.
That's
doesn't
probably
have to be us.
The easiest.
It's someone. But then we don't get that other whole angle.
Now I can, if we can separate them from their mage, and I can get one of them alone, preferably their leader, I can convince them that they're supposed to go the other way. But the thing is, they've clearly got that mage. I saw those astral signatures all over the murder scene where Kat was taken out.
If you can find the mage, I can probably take him out.
So here's an idea. What if we just try to convince them that we're their backup? That, we know all the right names, we know where they're supposed to be going. We can be like, yeah, you guys got under attack. Manicotti sent us with backup, in person, so comms aren't traceable. No one knows your location, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I like that.
Damn. Check out the big brain on Brad. Sorry.
I told you, we gotta listen to this guy's plot skills.
Okay, so I'm going to jump over to you for a second, Matt. You are so you're on comms with them still. Are you wanting to you have the address now of all the different places. Do you want to just go to each one of them? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I can go stake them out.
Well, you don't. It's up to you whether you want to try going all three. Whether you want to look at the one. Have you guys decided where you're going to try to do this deception?
So we've got the warehouse it's supposed to go to. Then there's the Yakuza warehouse, and then there's Flurp's warehouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got family, we've got Flurp, and we've got Yakuza. Those are the three.
Okay. I mean, I think first I'd want to check out the Yakuza warehouse for sure, just to see what it's like.
Because it seems like that's our best option, is to make it disappear from there. Not the easiest, but the best.
So, Phil, I'm assuming Mac is directing the helicopter now to your compound where you've got the truck and trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. Small distinction, but that's fine. Okay, so Matt, I just look at you.
Wherever we have the Invisicrate, I think is maybe a different spot, but I have to pick that up first and then go to the big rig.
It would be wherever you dropped it after you did the saving job the other day.
Hey, Steve, am I able to roll for Drayton for Stun Shrug? We're in that chopper for a while.
Yeah, for sure, because it's every hour, so you can roll 6 times.
That first hour sucked.
Yeah, if anyone else has stun, I don't think anyone else did. It's assuming it can all be gone. So then, Matt, what do you have a null area knowledge? Mayan and airspace. I don't think either of those apply. So let's just roll an intelligence.
Intelligence. Oh, one of my best skills.
Which one of the intelligence? It would be logic.
Logic, yeah, that's 2.
Okay, so you know where you're going. You know the area. You know enough that you want to go there and blend in. That would be wise for your physical well-being.
Yeah.
To not stand out any more than anyone else. But you know that's actually not that hard. Probably all you have to worry about going there is just making sure no one recognizes that you are actually you.
Okay.
The hardest thing for him to ever do.
That's very hard for me to do.
I'll just use a little bit of blush. Just not much.
It's one of those, like, no one actually is ever going to recognize him, but he thinks people will, so, well, I can't go. They're going to recognize him.
I put on my incognito sunglasses. I put on my sweater that I got from the Chinese food restaurant when I won the all-you-can-eat competition. And a pair of track pants that are not my preferred brand. You know, if I'm an Adidas guy, I wear Under Armour, because, you know, that's... Why would I ever be caught dead in Under Armour? You know, people would never recognize me.
Yeah, and
all right, you're gonna have to spend the new yet. No, you don't own Under Armour.
Yeah,
whatever the cyberpunk brand of sweatpants is, that's
it's the knockoff.
One you don't own. That's the whole point.
It's the Munder
okay,
Armour.
I gotta go buy a new pair then. Okay, I like that.
Like Target brand.
Yeah.
George.
So how are you going to go there? Are you going to cab it? Are you going to...
BMX,
Well,
BMX. No.
Beyond. So sadly, I don't own a motorbike. That's unfortunate. But I assume you'd not want me to take the truck with the crate, keep that hidden until we need it?
You don't have the skill to drive it anyway.
Yeah, okay. That's a special skill to drive a big rig?
Yep.
All right.
Every trucker who ever listened to this episode just got pissed off.
Well, I mean, in Shadowrun, I do have driving skill. I
rig?
just didn't know if driving covered all wheeled vehicles or not.
It's a really good point. In D&D, you wouldn't have a separate skill for that.
It's in Shadowrun you don't either.
Well,
Although technically,
It's just vehicle land, yeah.
I guess it'd be considered an exotic vehicle.
well, no. I'm going to
Please
say
don't
it's
encourage the
ground
people
truck,
at
but
Wizards to add more rules.
Let's just put it this way. It's not an exotic vehicle. It is a pilot ground craft. The problem is you just need you would need a certain level of skill, a skill level, and you've got Pilot Groundcraft 1.
That's fair.
You can't drive it. it's more a level of it here.
You could drive it, but you would crash it.
Yes, it's not the gears. It's all automatic transmission and that stuff. It's a tractor and a trailer that's 53 feet long and taking corners.
An invisible trailer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never driven something
What's-
like that.
What's hitting
You can
that
drive
tree?
it until you need to take a corner.
Yeah, I'll definitely crash it.
The first
Well,
corner you're
it's
stuck and
straight
you
line.
can't figure out why.
Well, my mom's using her car, so maybe I gotta take my bike. I've got 6 hours till these guys get here. I guess I got a bike.
You can also take public transit.
You could also rent one of those like little electric scooters that are lying around everywhere.
Public transit is very cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's public transit. There's like
Roll for random encounter with street punks.
There's Car to
Yeah.
Go. There is there's the future version of Car to Go. There's like the e-bike.
To Went.
At least in the 2020s, Seattle had tons of little scooter bikes lying all over the place. You just pick one up and tap it with your phone, and away you go.
Yeah, okay.
As
So
if those haven't been stolen.
Steal a car?
I was
So-
I was just there yesterday.
okay, here, just give me a roll. 1 to 2, you're pedal biking it.
Yeah, this seems fair.
3,
That's right.
3,
We're rolling for
3 or 4.
transportation because this is Shadowrun.
Okay, stop. 1 to 2, you're pedal biking it. 3 or 4, you are using an e-scooter. 5, you're taking public transit, and 6, you find a cheap car to go.
Okay.
Hey, can we say
I got a
there's
1.
an option for hitchhiking?
So
I
you
kind
could
of like the idea of being on the bike, impromptu workout. I've been missing the gym because I've been shadow running too much. I've got to get
I
in
feel like
leg
that's
day.
what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Gotta
So-
get
Take
my,
wheels with you if you need them.
gotta get my steps.
So you've got about probably 20 kilometers worth of biking to do.
No problem.
Yeah, you could do that in about 40 minutes or so of solid pumping on the pedals. If you're really giver.
Well, I got great physical stats, right? And I don't know if I think I got a perk that makes me run faster. Yeah, natural athlete. So I got natural athlete, 9 strength, and 8 body. So I'd imagine I'm quite a good cyclist.
Okay, let's say if you push it hard, you can do half an hour. That would be like a good workout pace. But why don't you roll to see if you can improve on that?
So would that be a strength check or a body check?
No, well, it would be an active skill of some kind. It would be
Athletics?
athletics.
Is that that'd be
Athletics, yeah.
the main group?
Yeah, what do you have?
Well, natural athlete as a quality gives you a bonus to gymnastics and running specifically.
Yeah,
I
I
know it's
think
not
this would
technically
apply.
running, but it's the same, right? Yeah.
yeah, because bicycling isn't a skill, so I'm gonna just hand wave and say that you can use your running skill for this.
And everyone who ever cycled semi-professionally just got pissed off at us. Thanks, Steve.
yeah,
Truckers.
I mean,
It's just a specialization. They
You're
have 2
pissing
extra
off
days.
everybody tonight.
yeah, it would be running with no bonus dice. How's that? Running with no bonus dice.
And
do you mean with
everyone
no
who ever
bonus?
ran is now pissed. Anyway, I'm gonna stop now.
So yeah, you can roll. So you run. You can roll 15 dice for that instead of 16.
Yeah, okay.
That's still pretty damn
Oh
good.
my god, you can almost buy full 4 hits.
I got a pretty terrible run there. I got 2 successes on 15 ties.
Your chain broke.
Yeah,
You
Not
could
good.
glitch.
Wasn't a glitch.
No. No,
Didn't
so
break,
it's,
and it just fell off a few times.
you're doing fine. It's just you run into traffic and you're like, oh man, I gotta get there in under 30 minutes. You make it in like 29:42 or something. You're like, oh, okay, technically that's a win.
time.
Right on time.
If
So
everything went fine, but disappointed with yourself, and you have to live with that weight for a while.
And your pedometer knows.
Yeah, it's on my permanent record now.
So, all right, so you get there, and this is a district where there are just a whack load of warehouses. It's a bit busy. There's forklifts going on, loading, unloading. This is not like the dock where things were in the previous. Oh, you weren't there for that. Anyway, so this is like, it's just basically like lots of businesses have warehouses. They're all kind of mixed together. It's no one particular company or outfit that owns them all. It's kind of like self-storage, but a little bit beyond that, where yes, somebody's managing this, that, or the other, but it's nothing super coordinated, right? So people milling about, everyone looks like they're there with a purpose. Before you get into where the warehouse is, like you pass through sort of commercial district, there's apartments here. It's standard sort of mix of everything city related as you're on your way there. But when you actually get to the warehouse, the one that you're looking at, so the building is like it's a very large building. Like think of the size of a Costco or something, but it's just subdivided, right? So there's like this section is operated by food and stuff. This one's operated by the dollar store. Walmart has its thing in the back, and then the one that you're going to is got a business name on it of something I will make up right now called
Yerkes Turkey.
Yerkes Turkey and Cheese Emporium.
The best fake turkey this side of Shanghai.
With the caption below that says, "We sell cats."
Now I have to put that in my
And the
notes.
cats has been rubbed out.
We sell the pussy.
This is getting worse. Hey Steve, while we're flying, can I summon a spirit? Yeah. Oh no, I have to be near the terrain where I'm gonna summon a spirit, I think, right?
I just assumed. I squinted for a second because I was like, well, obviously you're in the sky. That's perfect. But then I realized you probably don't want an air spirit.
I was thinking I'd do Spirit of Man, but you know what? Maybe I'll do a air spirit.
I mean, you're a thing made by a person. Probably.
You know what? Since I know we're going to be here a while, I'm going to summon an air spirit and bind it.
Ooh, fancy.
If I can.
I will let you do that rolling and just trust that you work it all out and tell me what's what. But before we come back to that, Matt, just give me a perception test. And a not looking like an idiot blending in test. Which would
I imagine from the looking standpoint, like you show up and you just biked all the way here, so you're sweaty. You probably take your shirt off, take some selfies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if I've got a good sweat on, I got 2 there.
Okay, and then give So, yeah, well, you did a disguise. I'm thinking narratively that was fine. I'm not going to make you roll that. Just to do I don't know, what do you got? Well, let's call it blend in. Should it be con or sneaking? See, this is where it's like blending in. We'll do a sneaking.
It's etiquette, actually. If you're really wondering, it's etiquette.
That's true.
That is what that's for.
Thank you. That is correct. Roll me 7 etiquette dice.
Yeah. Etiquette's actually like a pretty clever skill. It's just kind of got a bad name because it's not like obvious. That's useful,
etiquette is very good that way, actually.
In Burning Wheel, it would be called inconspicuous, and you roll your inconspicuous skill, which is very specific. But yeah, etiquette.
Like, to me, I kind of want to make him roll disguise, etiquette, and sneaking, and just average it out.
Hey, you're the GM, man. Do what you want.
Just so you know, Steve, if you're looking at my character sheet, I don't know if you remember, but I did take 1 off of willpower and add it to intuition. So I'm keeping track of that on my own thing, but your sheet for me might still have that backwards.
Yeah, we'll get an update later. That's fine. 1 off will parent added to intuition. Okay,
Yeah.
so but that doesn't affect your etiquette because that's charisma.
Yeah,
So
on's gonna be the same too. That's a 7d6 again.
Just gonna say, look at this ridiculous book I have to look up something in. This thing is
Sneaking, I
huge.
got-
And textbooks in universities smaller.
I love that there's a rule book for each set of rules too. Like you got your core rule book, and then there's like a magic rule book, which there is rules for magic. In the core rule book.
Multiple books are weird. Those don't need to exist. They just exist to sell more books. I don't know.
Oh, I got an average of 2 2/3 there.
So you rolled all the different ones. Nice.
okay, that's fine. I wasn't serious, but we'll take it anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
hey
just
Steve,
take
can you roll 5 dice, please?
Probably.
Can I roll 5 dice for
Probably
Yes,
you?
do
please.
it as, like, a
Yeah, but
link.
first I'm going to resolve Matt here
Yeah,
to
of
see
course.
if his test makes any sense.
Where you'd have one skill help the next by adding dice, right? Like that's probably how the system would hit itself.
I like it to say which angle do you want to tackle it by? Do you want to be more disguised or etc.? You know, use
Yeah.
that.
Right, yeah, you could have one do the heavy lifting, or you could do like a link test. I don't think you can do like 3 links though. That would be kind of weird.
Okay, so Matt, if you want, you could like, well, you said you came down and you took a couple of pictures. Roll a perception test for me. Oh, you did already too. So you're looking at your picture, like, yeah, I look good in here. Oh, that's a good angle of. Oh yeah, I can see the door in the background. You could, if you wished, quite easily send pictures of the area.
I'll try to do it.
No
sneaky
one.
and pretend I'm getting a picture of my bicep, but really it's like right in
Yep.
front of the front door. You can
Yeah,
see it
so-
through the triangle.
Exactly. So no one seems to look sideways at you while you're doing that, as far as you can tell. Do you want to circle around? Do you want to take up residence in a noodle shop or something like that? It's up to you.
I mean, yeah, I maybe I do like a lap, you know, I pretend like I'm setting my stopwatch or something, and then I try to do a lap around the building just to get a 360. And I hit my watch again just for the cover.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to do a timed loop to see how fast I can make it.
Yeah, you just look like a meathead because you are. It's
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, you do that, and you can sort of see that. Based on where things are labeled and signs and which business operates out of here, the whole building is like an 8-plex, and this warehouse is one of the 8. So you've got 4 in the front, 4 on the back, right? And it's kind of like you're on sort of the mainish road, and then there's a goes through a parking lot and an alleyway, and you can ride around the whole thing. They've built it so that trucks can, there's a lot of space, right, between the loading dock of one building and anything that's on the other side of it, because trucks need to be able to back straight in. So there's a good 100 feet or so of space, kind of on the front and the back, and then the sides are enough that a truck can just get 2 trucks could pass each other, but it's maybe 20 feet wide, 25 feet wide, something like that. So that's that. Okay, you guys, we're going to skip ahead as soon as Phil gets back. Todd, how did you do on your rolling of things?
I got 3 hits on summoning. It's a force 5. I need you to roll 5 dice. Tell me the total hits, and we'll figure out net hits.
3 total hits.
3 total hits, so I take twice that in drain. Or I have to shrug that. But, sorry, how many? 3? Oh, it tells me to just right off.
You have to actually beat it? I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I played Mama.
All right, I will shrug that drain. Just a moment. I hope I will
Summoning is
shrug that
hard.
It's super hard. You got to be committed. That's like the only thing you get to put dice into.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
And I did not do that, so this is
could
why
have. So you could edge that, but that's.
I could, but I would.
That's true.
I'm gonna see. I didn't. Well, we'll see what I take in drain because that's 6
So-
big ones.
Yeah, just because I didn't say it before, it was my intention that everyone's edge is refreshed.
Oh, that's nice. Although I hadn't
Oh,
used
that's
any,
really nice, actually. I had a
so
bunch done, I think.
no win for me. But that's okay. Oh, a 4 stun. I might edge that. No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
right?
I'll take 4 stun. I got a couple hours to rest it off in the helicopter at least, so
Yeah, depending on how early you did it, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why I did
rested
it
more.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since people are coming and going, seems like a good spot to pause
All right,
for a few minutes.
let's take a little
We'll take
break.
we'll take a wee break of an undetermined number of minutes.
Great.
Oh yeah. So just quick, I'm going to be healing 2 boxes of stun per hour. So in 2 hours, I'll be fine.
Yeah, so you'll be fine by the time you get back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
With no spirit, you failed.
Oh, I failed big time.
You
can
try again later with a different spirit at a different time. It's up to you.
Yeah, the mountain spirits are like, go to Seattle? Hell no. All right, we're gonna go take a little break.
Isn't your spirit mentor like a raven or something? Shouldn't this be like your whole jam? I don't think I even know who your spirit mentor is.
It's
I don't think
fairly
that's appropriate
obvious.
for me to say.
Yeah.
Tell them,
No, I mean
tell
you're
them
an
I'm here. They might
adept,
wanna
so
meet me.
you are the other
I have an
magical
adept, yeah.
person. I've probably
I
chatted with you.
think we had a scene where we like talked about our spirit mentors actually, where I was like, meet the ocean, which was a polluted delta. Like,
That's about as good as it's going to
get.
get in 2080, whatever it is, 2083 now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my mentor.
Welcome to
I learned
my
everything from that
cesspool.
lake. Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Anyway.
my raven would definitely have 3 eyes. I'm just saying. All right, we'll cut the red one in the middle of the forehead. All right, we'll cut to break, and we'll be back. What is it, Steve? 10?
Yeah, let's take 10.
Nice.
Cool.
Check out the big brain on bread.
And we are not back. I don't know why that didn't work. Hey, everybody. Let's jump back into tonight's Shadowrun game. That's all you get.
Well, that's enough. Okay, let's jump ahead.
Helicopter
guys are
ride.
You land fine at Gerald's Yard of Many Things. Bliss hops out and says, "Hey guys, it's been great being here in person, but I'm going to do everything for the rest of today, not in person. I'll be in touch. I'll stay in touch. I'll stay connected, but not here."
Yeah, it's fair. Go get your toys.
She just kind of slinks away.
Bliss, before you go. I mean, I have been accused of being paranoid before, but do you have a secondary crash place? Because I know you love your pad, but if that hacker hacked the van, and if Kat didn't wipe the GPS, there might be breadcrumbs.
She responds and goes, "Well, physically, don't worry about me physically. I'm going actually to stay with His Excellency, but
All right. Just wanted to make the point. There may be breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
Just got to look out for each other. Yeah.
don't worry. I'm way ahead of you on that one."
You usually are, but you seemed a little distracted. No offense. I get it.
She's
It's a
like,
lot.
"Don't worry. I mean, this I basically created sort of a a virtual. My brain's not working right now.
Like an agent?
No, a VPN for you guys, like sort of a more, 2080s VPN that she's just going to keep an open comm on. But essentially, like she's just
Which
turned
if
off.
we did get sponsors, this would be a perfect spot for NordVPN. I'm just saying. Anyway, we'll keep going.
No, this is Nerd VPN.
Nerd.
So
I was
essentially,
gonna make a joke about like how is it helpful for the people to not think blah blah blah. Yeah. Why would that help? Yeah.
yeah.
Deep cut.
So she just essentially just turns off her mic and video, and you still see her in the corner of your AR if you choose to look there, and disappears. So she's still listening to what you guys are talking about. And so yeah, what was that? Oh, right. I do have to make a roll for her because she was doing a thing. Okay.
Good nap. Anything change while I was sleeping in the chopper?
Nope.
Nah.
My headache's almost gone.
Phil, sorry, let me just update. Oh. So as she walks off, I'll get to what you're going to do next to it, Phil.
Okay.
As she walks off, she pops up basically the Google Maps that you guys had in the corner that she was tracking this truck with the whole time. It's always been there. On this, like, it's basically a VPN overlaid on with an overlay of an old BBS, and on a little sticky comes up, and that's like the live Google Map tracking that you had been watching the truck on, and it's been gone. The truck reappears. Hello.
All right, we got it.
Fantastic. All right, so we have an idea of what we're up against, right? If this goes south, just be aware you don't want to get too far from from me, because I can blunt what the mage does. Hit things hard. What else we got? Are we?
Is that how we're going in?
No, I'm just saying as a backup plan.
Hey, Geese. You got eyes? What'd you find?
I don't know, Steve. What have I found? I did a bike around the place.
I love the green streak is geese.
Geese.
I like G's better. Geese
No,
works.
I like geese because it's like goose.
It's just
I was
changing.
trying to make goose work, and then everyone said Gias, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense, actually.
Geese
Yeah,
works.
just geese, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, essentially you could just the same thing I relayed to earlier, like that the warehouse is an 8-plex, and it's one of the ones on the front side. Plenty of room for trucks to come and go, to back in, to load and unload their cargo. They all have like a loading dock, but they also all have a door where you could drive the vehicle fully inside there. So,
Do we know what dock we're expecting?
yeah,
We need to get in there early, secure the building, be the ones that receive the package.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
could
don't
vote.
know which dock number we're going to. Would I maybe be able to see if there's any other trucks there, or maybe if they have like branding on them, or if they're just blank trucks or something like that?
yeah, there is no action taking place whatsoever at the warehouse that you are targeting. It's dead silence. There's
So we
plenty
still have a couple
happening.
hours on them.
You, based on where this map is now, and they're ready to travel. Bliss has even put an ETA underneath. It's 5 hours and 15 minutes away.
If we go nice and quiet, we could be the ones to literally receive this frickin' truck.
That's what I'm thinking.
It seems like a way to do it.
All right, we'll go in
Yeah,
as
definitely like
in the
tiny
truck.
load
Keep
truck.
the chopper on standby, nearby, ready to fly. But we
So,
go in
Gerald.
the big rig. Ooh, can we put our little van in the back of the Invisicrate, like Cat's van?
Well, we
we
need
need
the
that.
crate to be empty for the crate.
That's true. But we should park it nearby
Yeah.
in case we need a bug out.
Yeah, it's like
Sure.
it's something fitting tightly into a sleeve. This is not. There's no
Yeah.
extra space in there. Okay, Phil, Gerald. Beatrice is like, oh, this is such a lovely place that you have here.
Shit, I forgot she was here.
Where's Squidges? And you're like, what? The dog?
Well, he died.
Well, he was just a puppy yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. What's for dinner?
The robot will take care of you.
Oh,
Her name is Beatrice.
you're who? Me? I'm not a robot.
Yeah, I know. Wish you were fucking stupid.
She kind of like takes the hand of the robot. Oh, isn't that nice? Now, how long have you known my husband? They just walk off. Okay, so you have things to prepare
Mm-hmm.
if you wish to prepare them.
So I'll get. I'm gonna be just, tweaking the drones, making sure ammunition's topped up, all that kind of stuff.
I think I'll try again on a Spirit of Man this time.
Okay, you can do that. Matt, are you going to stay? Is your character going to stay there? Do you want to come back and meet these guys? You just need to know that the longer you hang around looking the way you are, the more times I will roll to see if anyone gives a crap.
Okay. You know what? I'd ask the team for advice. What do you guys think I should do? Should I get out of here and keep a low profile, or you want me to try to keep an eyeball on this place?
Well, if the new plan is to be the handlers that receive it, you gotta find that dock and worm your way in there. Turn on that charm, I guess. I don't know.
So he.
Really just me. Everyone else is busy with stuff, so I don't.
Yeah, he's been sending you pictures of the place, you guys, so you know what's up. So I guess Matt, you could decide whether he wants to break into the place or meet up with them. You know where they're at.
I'm gonna go apply for a job as a dock worker.
Yeah, there you go. That'll do it.
Really?
I just have to say,
Why not?
hot stuff
Look it up.
coming through.
You know you made a good decision when the GM goes, really?
Oh, that was a hit. It got knocked, I think. Oh, I don't remember. I won't count it.
Yeah. I was looking for something and now I've lost it. Okay, well, let's just see if any of those 7 other places are hiring. Oh my god, one of them has a help wanted sign.
Sweet. Okay.
Muscles,
I go in.
apply within.
Yeah. It's Dale's pet food supplies. And
Supplies.
yeah, it's a pet food. It's a pet supply.
Okay.
90% of
and
this
they
is Yakuza fronts. You know that, right?
Yeah, you recognize the brand. Your mom has a bird, and they franchise stores, so this would be like a distribution center You're like, oh yeah, Mom gets cockatiel seed from there. So yeah, you just have wanted sign. You can go approach.
Okay. I make sure my mohawk's looking good, and I walk in and apply for a job.
With those Walmart brand sweatpants.
Okay,
They're riding up like fierce.
Okay, you come up and there's like a door. It says it's shipping receiving. That's the only door there. That's the only man door. So you can go up in there. And if you go through, there's a guy sitting behind a desk, his cigar in his hand, flipping over some. He's got a data pad and he's going through whatever he's going through on that. He kind of like looks up at you.
I believe it's midlife crisis is what he's going through on that.
He looks up and he's like, "Are you lost? What are you looking for, buddy?"
I saw a help wanted sign out front. I'm here to apply. This is a great area to work. I like working out in the industrial part of town. It makes me feel like I'm Rocky. And as I was doing lab, I just saw the sign. I figured, I need some cash, heavy stuff to lift. I got the brawn. Where's my uniform? I'm ready to start.
And here's where we lose our next character.
He's like,
guys, I don't see a point in Shadowrunning anymore. I just got this great job.
It has benefits, guys.
Yeah, not close to dying.
He says, "All right, go sit down over there. Give me a couple minutes. I'll come talk to you." There's a couple of chairs outside. There's a water cooler. There's a pot of something that might be coffee that's been on for probably several hours too many.
I really hope we're about to roleplay an entire job interview.
I'm pretty thirsty after all that cycling. I'm gonna go help myself to way too many cups of water.
Okay. So it's actually good. It's actually got bottled, like those big water cooler bottles. It's filtered water. There's nothing wrong with it. Tastes fine. Coffee smells horrible. Yeah, so a couple minutes later he's like, "Okay, come on in, sit down. What's your name?"
My name? Sturmock McQueen Marg.
That's, okay, here, just take this and write it down. You might as well fill in the application while we're here. So name, it'll come up on my screen when you fill it in there. Sturmock McQueen Marg. Is that from the McQueen Margs from Finland?
It's the New Hampshire McQueen Margs.
Finland? No. My family's not from Finland. We're actually, don't tell anybody this, but we're originally Canadian.
Well, Canadian, yeah. Well, who's originally Canadian, right? Like, that's another thing. But anyway, so listen. Okay, you got a forklift ticket?
Forklift. I can. I don't even need forklifts, bud. These are my forklifts right here.
So no forklift ticket. You got your ladder safety ticket.
Ladders. I know all about climbing ladders.
No, but do you have the ticket, son?
Actually, people get their tickets from me. I've taught numerous people how to climb ladders, really high ladders. I can even climb buildings without ladders. That's how good I am.
Just roll a con.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You talking fast right there.
I have the perfect gift if you gif if you get the job. I'm waiting to break it out. I hope you get it.
I got 2 successes on that.
Are you live streaming this too? By the way, like your character's like streaming this over Orkstagram.
No, I'm trying to be incognito right now. I'm recording it for later though.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry. How many hits did you get on that?
Finished.
How many successes on that one?
I got 2.
He's like, well, listen, as stupid as it is with the health and safety rules, like, I have my instructor's license, of course, but I also actually have to have my license underneath the base license as well. So I know it's annoying, right? Like, I have my first aid instructors. I also have to take the first aid course from another instructor. So you know what I'm saying? So if we have to teach you that, you just got to tell me so that I know, because I'm just ticking boxes here. We'll get to what kind of person, orcly being you are.
I'll be real with you. My gym membership renews in about a week, and I really need the money. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get this job, man. Like, if you want to see me climb, I can climb. If you need to see me lift, I can lift. You know, like for real.
I believe you. Okay, so just give me the honest truth about whether you got these tickets or not. You got no forklift, no ladder ticket. That's fine. You got a first aid certificate?
No, sir.
No first aid certificate. That's fine. We'll put you through things if we need.
I didn't think you had to go to university to get a job at a loading dock. What was all this educational tickets for?
You know, I said the same thing when I started here, but the thing is, it's like insurance, fucking insurance, goddamn insurance, right? Like,
those are 3 separate things. Insurance, fucking insurance, goddamn insurance.
Well, yeah, that's true. Look, I try to tell that parrot to shut up, but I mean, he just copies everything I say. So anyway, right, okay. So you got any experience? What kind of experience you got on the job? Young, how old
experience.
I mean, where did you get your experience before this? So you got to start somewhere, right? I didn't think lifting boxes was this complicated maneuver. I mean, listen, not to talk bad about the business you're in, bud, but like I think I'm with it enough. I can learn. Like, is there like a practical skills interview? Because I think I'll ace that.
What? Pay you for protection. What?
I believe you 100%. Listen, I'll tell you one thing about me, son. I've been doing a lot of different things for a lot of different years. I don't give 2 shits about what the fuck I do for work. I give all the shits I can about what that job allows me to do once I leave it. So, if I can get out of here, knowing that you haven't fucked my day up by dropping that or the other thing, or by pissing off anyone else that works here, I'm happy. I don't give a shit what you can and can't lift. All I care about is, are you a fucking asshole?
Okay, I understand.
Yes,
well, I'll tell you one thing, I'm really good at following orders.
Okay. Well, listen. I'll try you out. I'll try you out. How's that sound? I am short a guy today, so you don't have any safety. You don't have any steel toes, I suppose, eh?
Swimming with the fishes.
Actually, I probably got a pair of steel toes at home. I mean, is this something I can roll for? I feel like that's like running in steel toe boots is something he would do for like resistance training.
Probably is something he would do.
Yeah, I'll let you roll for it.
Just a D6?
Yeah.
I actually rolled a 6.
Yeah, you have a pair of steel toe boots, and they're friggin' brand new and polished and everything. He's like, look, it's about, what was it, 11:30 now. We're stopping for lunch in about half an hour. We're gonna pick it up at 12:30. Can you be back by then?
So that would be an hour from now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I made it down here in 30 minutes on my bike before, right? So I should be able to make it back in an hour.
Okay, he's like, okay, just finish filling that out, and then I'll, start. Just have you do a couple of odds and ends. I mean, today it's mostly going to be sweeping until I can get you into your courses. It's a couple of days worth of first aid and forklift and ladder training and fall arrest and that bullshit, and then it starts at 15 an hour. We work 10-hour day, 4 on, 4 off. That work for you?
That's awesome. That means in like one day I can buy my gym membership. Man, this is a high-paying job.
All right. I'll be here in the office when you get back.
I'll be right back here, boss. Under an hour.
Okay, so you take off, and as you like leave, you can just kind of hear him go, "Oh, Marge, I got one guy. I bet you last, I don't know, a few hours. He'll move a couple of things."
Fuck you too, Marge.
You know, I bet against him too, but I lost that bet.
I'm the underdog.
God. All right, so you guys back at the Gerald's place. You any last minute stuff we can? When do you want to try to get over there, and how do you want to try to get in? Is something you're gonna have to figure out. So
I'm gonna.
Well, I figure we should aim for like an hour ahead of time, then like an hour before the truck gets there. Give us time to get in, make sure everything's we can take it slow. Make sure we got all the bases covered, etc.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, somebody who knows how to drive should drive Cat's van, but not too close because they might recognize it.
We don't need Cat's van.
No, I'll take the keys and park nearby, but not so close. Having backup ideas is good. Also, I like vans.
So we'll head to the big rig, and I'll make sure it's all hooked up and stuff, and then we can remote that over and land the helicopter nearby, and then bring the big rig in with the Invisicrate. That'll be the plan. We'll get control of the facility first, and then bring the big rig in. We'll just have it nearby.
Yeah, sounds good.
Absolutely.
We going in and like taking people out and replacing them, or are we just like fast talking? Because I got one skill set and not the other.
Well, you choose then. Whatever you like.
I can talk. I could.
Hey, Geese, did you get your foot in the door?
So you guys, as you're talking, another little window pops up on Cat's BBS thing, which is blueprints for this whole entire warehouse building and cameras on the exterior. There's a little note at the bottom that says no video monitoring exists within the warehouse. There just aren't cameras.
So, does this truck,
Perfect.
the Invisicrate, can we actually take it right into the warehouse so we could ride inside and then just get out of it?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
All
We
right.
just need to,
Figure out how to get it in, I guess.
Hey, Gerald,
Drive in.
can you drive the truck, but I sit in it?
Yep.
Okay, so I can do the talking and like blend in like the driver, just mime like I know what I'm doing, and you actually do the driving. The rest of you are inside.
Phil, is Gerald remote driving this thing from somewhere?
Yeah, from the helicopter.
So you're going to be in the air.
No, we gotta park it nearby.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any more of those rat drones, Gerald?
I can make him. You got a rat?
I mean, maybe.
It's going to be... Sorry,
If
Phil.
you want to find a rat, I can find a rat.
I've got a goldfish
That's
drone
goody.
that can swim for us, but and I've got like other drones.
Cool.
Phil, the closest that Gerald could actually find a place to land is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of a 10-minute flight from this place. It's just too densely packed of an area.
Okay, that's
like
on the
the
shoreline, right?
No, it's not right on the shoreline. It's kind of off the shoreline.
So,
Like you'd have to land in the water.
yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Is it
Oh,
amphibious?
it's
Forget it's a submarine.
Oh
It is.
yeah,
Yeah.
you've
The
got a
helicopter is also a
helicopter.
submarine.
I forgot you had a. Yeah, so sure, you can just like you're offshore. You're probably like a few blocks away if you really want to be.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you're okay. So you're a few blocks away with that thing, and then you can kind of have that staying warm, just below the surface. I'm assuming, and,
Yep.
and then yeah, you can remote the truck there. That's not a problem.
Cool.
So, Matt,
Hey,
oh,
radio.
go ahead.
Do you want to ride in the cab with me, or do you want to ride in the Invisicrate?
I'll stay in the crate.
Green streaks on site. Gerald's back up. I guess I am, and Bliss is doing her remote thing. Cool.
So,
I'm liking this
Matt,
more and more.
sorry, was that Darcy?
I'm liking this plan more and more.
Okay, so just to bring your timelines together here, Matt, you do get there and back close enough to the time that nobody cares, and he just checks your equipment, gives you a hard hat, a vest. He's like, okay, here's the thing. There's 5,000 of these. They got to get on pallets. You stack them this way. You need to go 10 layers high. He shows you a pattern of how to stack these boxes. Then when they're on there, you're going to use the pump truck. This thing requires no license. Thank the fucking Lord. Take it over to here, dump it on the spinner. This thing automatically will wrap it. He shows you how to use that. He's like, basically, you got to build pallets till there's none of those left, and I want you to stack them over by that loading dock. Come back and see me. If you get through them all, you probably won't today, which is fine. And then he just takes off.
All right, sounds good, boss.
So essentially, you're just like packing pallets. It's like boxes of motor oil and where's the bird shop? It's like birdseed and kitty litter and shit like that. They're getting shipped off, and they all have different like address labels that you see going to this one goes there, this one goes there to the different stores. Yeah.
Okay.
So you do that for a few hours. You can talk openly to the rest of the group all day if you want.
So we got a map from Bliss, right? Can I maybe see on the map? Because in a lot of these like shared units, there's usually like a common hallway that kind of links them all, right? Is there one of those that exists where maybe I could like, when these guys are getting closer, I can kind of, dip out and try to get to the unit we're supposed to be in?
You know that the unit if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're in 2, you're in like 5. So there's no direct way to get there. There's a common wall in the back, but it's just a wall. Like you can only get in and out off each of the front of them. They're pretty basic, not very fancy at all. But if you, how can I non-stupidly prompt you to think of this?
Get lost, get turned around, show up at the wrong dock. Like, oh, that's where I'm working, right? I'm
We
working
can
at
talk you
dock
through it,
4,
too.
right?
We got radio comms.
Actually,
I mean, I was thinking that would be my cover. I'd like go out for a smoke break or something, and accidentally
Isn't this
show
dock
up to the
4?
wrong dock.
okay, so yeah, you go outside, you take a smoke break. Give me a perception test.
What is that?
Just for the logistics, let me know when I can get you to roll for the spirit for me there, Steve.
You there now? 5 dice again?
5 dice, yeah. I got 5 hits.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you were
I
doing
had to
that.
edge it, but I got 5 hits.
Yeah, 1 hit.
Ah! Haha! All right.
Very good.
Nice.
I got 1.
You got 1. Well, so What are you looking for exactly?
I'd assume I'm looking for like a dock number because we know the dock number, right?
Well, you know that it's building. It's like Unit 2.
Yeah.
It's got a dock, which the doors rolled down, and it's got like a massive roll-up like hangar door where you could vehicles can pull in and out. They're all the same, and you notice that they're all the same as you walk around. And you notice that one, nobody appears to be there. There's like keypad on the door of each one. There's cameras on the corner of the building, but nothing extra about each individual unit.
Okay. So I'd want to be on the comms with this guy. Be like, guys, I'm in. When do you need me to? When you need me to be at the dock?
Can you get us in?
I can try. I think there's a keypad on the door. Yeah, it's not one of my strong suits.
Just have Bliss talk you through it. In fact, you could probably like near field your pan, and she could probably hack the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I can let her. I'll put my phone beside it. Maybe will that help her communicate with it?
As long as you can get us in, we can lie in wait there for as long as we need to, right?
My phone's got an 8,000 megapixel camera on it, so if that helps.
It's got an 8 gigapixel camera. She
I took no drink, by the way.
And she says, she just pipes up for a second and says, Green Streak, just had one of my sprites scan back through the footage. There's only 36 hours of footage available. It's just a short loop, shitty old system. But we don't see anyone coming or going from that unit in that last day and a half.
Okay.
So it's probable that nobody's in there, but I can't tell you for sure because none of these units, including the one that you somehow got a job at, has any internal security video anyway. But if there is a door, like if there's any electronic lock on the door, I'd have to be there to pick it. But you could always try, or if you can
pick it or kick it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be hard to convince someone that you did it on accident.
Yeah, you guys want to make this look legit, so don't do anything that breaks anything.
So we basically, just thinking out loud here, we want to make it look like our truck delivery is legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
So we need Bliss to hack in to make it look like we've got a ticket saying we're supposed to be there. Thoughts on how we can make that happen?
Well, no one's manning the place, right? How are we gonna... Like, who's receiving it, right? Who's receiving it for the actual shipment coming in? Then we replace them, but there's no one here.
I figure if we're just close and we're inside the warehouse, that's really all we need. And just time to load.
I mean, we could probably convince them that they need to come to this other dock or something. That's probably something you could do, Mac.
Yeah, that's...
You guys are at the dock that they're going to anyway, right? Like, this is where they were planning on going. Right?
Well, they're just going to drop it off here, and then we could just take it. Drive out. But we got to get an okay to bring our truck in. So
are you guys trying to go there before them or after them?
Before them.
Yeah.
Mm.
We want to be there to receive it.
Even if it's not us, like, we want to be in the facility. Even if they just drop it and leave, we can watch that. If they look like it's going to be passing hands, then we can maybe intercept it more loudly.
Okay, so you, based on the GPS map. Okay, so you guys are there. Anything you want to do before the truck gets there, or do you want to just try to go there and then find a way in? Is that what?
Well, I'm wondering if Bliss can hack their system to allow, like the gate, basically, to say, hey, this truck's got to deliver our truck so that we can drive it in. Or are we already in?
No, there's no gate. So essentially, like, this is it's a warehouse. There's a man door, a dock with a roll-up door, and a massive door that a truck could drive all the way in. That's all you know about the place.
But we want to open that door. We want to open the truck door.
You know what? I got a friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to send in...
that Geese can take a look at it and make sure it's all...
I'm going to go in astrally, but I'm going to bring my...
us, and then we will receive them.
Yeah. I'm going to scout astrally real quick, just inside, make sure, other than Green Streak, that there's no other surprises.
So you guys brought the truck to the neighborhood?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just around the corner at this point.
Sure. Okay, so you parked around the corner. You're just idling. Todd, you can make rolls for Mac to do a projection.
A sensing, probably, right?
Well, I just need a sensing, like you don't need to roll to project, but you just need to go and do a little fly through.
I'm just going to do this real careful. I do still have my detect enemies quickened on myself, so if there's a threat, I should have a spider tingle. If somebody suddenly feels hostile to me, I will know. Hopefully. 2 hits, no glitch on the ascent.
So you take a spin through. You can see bodies moving around. You recognize Green Streak in the other parts of that building, and the unit that you guys are focusing on, it's empty. There's nobody in there. There's like
I'll take a second to physically manifest in front of Green Streak and try to make him wet himself.
Do we have a roll 20 map for what's happening?
No, I couldn't find anything that made any sense. So
that we haven't already used. It's another warehouse.
Yeah, if you give me 2 seconds,
what do I roll to terrify Green Streak?
Well, you can manifest, and then he can roll a composure test.
Sure, I'm going to do a con, and I'll manifest after scouting, and then I'll go manifest and try a con check to just scare him.
Okay, you guys roll an opposed composure versus con. Well, I see if any of these are appropriate.
Now, do I edge this? Does this...
You're probably going to get me, Todd.
That's not the greatest roll. I only have 2 hits.
Oh, I only got 1.
Nice! Maybe just a little squirt. Just a little urine. I just wait till you're looking kind of nervous. You look out the window, and then you turn around, and I'm right, Doctor Strange astral projection kind of look, tearing through the void, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, boo.
Yeah, I would let out a very girly scream that I would not be proud of.
Hey, keep it down. We're supposed to be, stealthy. And then I'll back into the astral, where he can't punch me. I don't know. He might be able to.
What's happening out there? You see something, Geese? You okay? Did you lose another one?
I swear I just saw a ghost out the window. It was, I don't know what's going on.
That'll happen.
These Yakuza, sometimes they mess around with spirits. There might be an extra guardian here we don't know about.
Yeah, well, Mac's gonna take a, magic survey. So there shouldn't be any surprises.
Oh, good.
I
I'm
pop
glad
back
we've
into
got a
my
wizard
body
here
right
to take care of these ghosts.
Yep, I love everything looks copacetic.
Here, I'll just make a warehouse really fast here. Keep talking. Did you scare me?
So
I did by 1 point. Not a full terrify, but I feel proud. I'm gonna count that as the take advantage roll for my my mentor spirit. Then I failed terribly. I didn't even try to stop. I was exploding someone else's misfortune, although it wasn't misfortune. But it was an opportunity to play a prank.
You created the misfortune, yeah.
This
Well,
is
I'm
great.
thinking,
I sit
like,
back in the
even-
big rig. I should always drive like this.
Well, even if we can't get through this keypad, I'm thinking like maybe I'm just strong enough to open the door. You know, like those big rolling doors that that the truck would unload at. I might be able to just or crowbar it, use some edge.
Radio. In the back, in the container with you, you are now not alone. You look sideways, and there's this dude who looks like 6 ways from homeless, like seriously disheveled. There's no smell. That's the weird thing. Well, there's a little whiff, which is why you turn, but and it's just sitting there hovering like 3 inches off the ground, just sitting there kind of rolling a cigarette old-timey style. There's nothing modern about them, and they look kind of sepia tone, as though they're like some hobo from the 1940s or like from the Great Depression who's busy rolling a cigarette in the back, and then
Hey everyone,
you got a light.
there's someone back here.
Oh yeah, that's Polly. Don't mind Polly. That Max
Were
says.
you gonna mention Polly?
I'm mentioning
When
it
did
now.
we get
Polly's a
cat
friend.
already?
Polly's a friend. It's so.
All right.
You got a light.
Nah. Well, you know what? Let me see what I got. I got some.
Tucks it in in the pocket. Save it for later,
Okay.
then.
I'll start looking through my bag. I got lots of junk.
Can you,
I don't remember.
can you guys see this crap on Roll20?
I probably.
Black
So-
screen.
I'm seeing a black screen. Yeah.
So Steve
okay.
knows my spirit of man is riding in the back with radio.
Yeah. Picked up on that.
Yeah.
But
We figured that out.
especially because it's gonna be like dark and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna immediately be like, "Oh, that's a spirit of man." Like I may be an adept, but I'm not a wizard. You know, like I'm not a summoner. I don't even have the like adept's version of a sensing.
That is some Microsoft Paint skills right there.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Pretty fucking awesome.
So I can see your map there.
And so let's say that these squares are more like 10 meters, give or take, each square. Right? This is a big building.
It was blinding me. I hope you don't mind. I changed the color.
That's fine. I don't know where the tokens are, so you can drop in tokens.
More immersive this way, Todd. It's the cement floor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did we say? You are, so number 2 is the fake this is the warehouse, the Yakuza warehouse, and number 5 is where Green Streak is working right now.
All right, number 2 is Yakuza. Number 5 is what now?
It's where he's working. He's at the pet food store.
Plus,
Okay.
Okay, and then I don't have a truck. Doesn't matter.
Nah.
I can get you a truck.
You can play with that as much as you want. Play with your toy.
Truck.
I'll go play with
Okay, so you guys are there. So if anybody wants to try to break into this place, who wants to try to break into this place? Is that what the plan was?
Well, I've got 2 ideas. One, brute strength it. You know, I'm thinking like Arnold in Terminator when he stops the door from rolling down. I think it's Terminator 3 when he has to lift it up or whatever. Or I get on one of my forklifts unlicensed, and I try to use that
through
to
the
lift up
door. That would be amazing. Or through the wall.
I was thinking that, but unfortunately, they're not connected units. I'm in the far right corner.
You just
and
have to
the
drive
one in the
harder.
left.
Does nobody have like B&E skills of any kind, like lock picking?
I do. It's just he's there. Let him deal with it first, and then we can do it later. Pretty sure I got that jam.
I think I can get like 14 strength dice with edge.
I'm preoccupied looking through my pack and realizing I do actually have a lighter in my survival kit.
Nice. Oh, hey.
I pull out a light and some like actual matches, which apparently I have. Didn't know that was coming.
He reaches and takes the matches if you have no preference. Actually, it just kind of makes a little wiggle of its finger, and the matches float over from your hand over to it. And it's hey,
knock yourself out.
Lights it up, and only the match is like not a little bit translucent, and then it lights this like roly, and the guy just has a real nice time, like slow haul with it. You can smell the old timey tobacco smell.
Can you, Matt? Can you just roll me the logic and intuition? 5 guys.
Yeah. 6, because I've switched my willpower.
Oh yeah, sorry, 6.
Yes.
Logic plus intuition.
No, I'll type it in the box. I'm rolling terribly tonight. 1 success.
You remember something, Bliss? Bliss said something about how to get in there, but you can't remember what it was. Roll me a composure test.
It was put your phone to it, right? That's what it was.
I found this before. Where is that again? There it is.
Oh, it's like right across from your attributes.
Two successes.
You are pacing a little bit, but you're like, she can totally hear me. I could just talk to her.
That would be, admitting you forgot something, and you couldn't possibly do that.
Yeah, so I'll let you decide whether he just brute forces it or goes, wait a second, what was the plan?
Yeah, I believe that shadowrunning is a team sport. So even though I'm the star of the team, I realize that other people will help me be that. So yeah, I would ask Bliss for help.
He's like, okay, I'm pretty sure when we went and broke into the Lost Bros Brothers place that Radio just picked the lock and went in the back door.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, I think it was electronic and you opened it.
But
you guys need someone to pick the lock.
Nah, I mean I could pick a lock. I'm pretty sure that was electronic lock. Pretty sure.
All right, well.
No, yeah, you are right. I did pick that one for you. This one I can't pick though. It's not connected to the matrix.
I resent you replacing my truck.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to let Radio try to pick it. But if
This is
Radio
another
can't
truck.
do it, I've got my own lock pick right here.
Yeah, I mean I probably could. The question just is like.
Listen, I can talk you through it. It's really easy.
Okay, let's do that.
Gerald, who is a locksmith and has instruction skill.
Okay, so you've taken an unsteady break.
Gerald can just do it.
No, you're in a submarine, man. You can't do
I
it.
know.
So you're there, Matt. What?
So I guess we'll roll. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know how this works, but we could look at the rules, or I could just guess. How about I roll my instruction skill, and the number of hits are the number of my locksmith dice he can use to lockpick.
That is literally how it works. Yep, you nailed it. That's actually how it works.
I invented that rule. I'm glad I figured it out. Okay.
Yep.
I still
You
think
have to already
that
have the skill that you're teaching, but yep.
Intuition, a logic check on green streaks is going to work as a limit, though.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So
Logic plus intuition.
Matt, you are thinking you do remember that in your gear you own an auto picker as well.
Oh, I do.
Okay, let me talk you through this. Real simple.
God, I bought this thing. Yeah.
So you got an auto picker.
Well, Steve bought
You
all my
take
gear.
out your auto picker. If you look at it, it's got
Yeah,
a
shove it
button
up here.
to flip out the pointy thing. Okay, hit the pointy thing button.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hit that button?
Is there more than one button that looks like it could be a pointy thing? Like, is there a 1 and an arrow?
Just hit the button. There's like a big red button. Just hit the red button.
Okay, the big red button. Gotcha.
Okay, pop. Yeah, see the thing came out. Stick that in the hole,
All right.
and now hit the green button.
Okay, green button.
All right, there you go. And now roll 3 dice.
This is what happens when you have a table full of GMs. Just the acting GM just shuts up from time to time.
One success on that.
How many?
1.
It pops.
Hey!
The door is open.
Oh, that's awesome. I feel really cool right now. I'm gonna take full credit for that one. I picked the lock.
You gotta
Good
learn
on
how to
you.
make
Good
your
on you.
gear
Good
work
on
for you. That's what it's all about.
You may, if you choose, enter the building.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Thanks very much, everybody. We finally won Shadowrun.
He got a job and picked a lock, all in one episode. Oh God. Okay, so
Where's the off button?
I'm not
I
sure
can't
if
make it
in
go.
or not. I'm worried about I'd trigger some kind of security system we don't know is there, and I kind of want backup.
well, right under your auto picker, you have bug scanner listed.
Okay. Okay, I'll
It
use that.
might work as
That
it
says
could
Bliss.
find- It says Bliss. It could,
Oh, look at this thing.
you could it will help you find security measures. Yeah, so you could roll roll those same 3 dice again.
Zero successes.
Yeah,
Another.
you click search and swirly wheel. But the lights are off in the building. You can go in if you want, or not. But the door is open.
That's what I got.
The man door is open. The metahuman door is open.
So I've got this mage mask thing. I assume that's like a disguise.
The hell's a mage mask?
A mage mask
don't know.
is
I'm
if you
actually-
capture a mage, you put it on the mage.
Yeah.
It blocks their their mouth, their eyes. They can't target anything.
Yeah, it's handcuffs for a mage's face.
It's basically BDSM gear.
Okay. So I've also got this hollow projector and trig projector.
I do enjoy this. Just like you're just looking at all this gear that you like ordered online. Like just like this is the Shadowrun starter pack, and you just have first time you're actually looking at it. Like, oh yeah, wow, look at all this stuff.
Like,
I mean, I'm the same.
It's all
way.
affiliate
I-
links. You gave like one of your favorite Shadowrunner some money.
Yeah.
They get like
So-
15% discount.
Yeah, so legit, he pauses in the door and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this whole bag of stuff."
Get this auto picker
yeah.
over at covertinstruments.com.
and you're like recording it. You're recording for later, but you're like, this can be found at. Like,
You stop and tweet at them and be like, "Hey, this came in really handy. Thanks so much."
I recommend this
They're
one.
great for picking locks. Yeah.
You're filling in the review.
The only auto picker I trust personally. It's the only one I've tried, but I'm not going to say that part.
I've had success every single time with this auto picker.
100% track record.
Warning: this tool is for professionals only. You know.
Hey guys, he is in to the building.
God
Let this
damn
also
it.
be
I
in.
guess I
I'm
owe
in.
Gerald some more money. It's just $20 at a time, but
Nah, that one doesn't count. It's an interference.
there you go. I'm with you on this one, Radio.
Gerald walked him through it.
Yeah.
Ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you gotta get that big truck door open for us.
Yeah, anyone in there?
The lights are off. I can't see anything. I don't think so.
Alright, we gotta get over there
You
quick.
should be able to
We
see.
don't want them
no
getting
problem.
ganked.
Hey,
The orcs not have dark vision in
I'm gonna
Shadowrun?
pound on the back of the
Yeah,
truck
low
for no
light.
reason at all, because the sound wouldn't actually transit through. But I pound on the back and I go, "Hey, Paulie, you're up. Go watch over our friend Geese there." And Paulie's gonna like put out the cigarette, give a little nod to Radio, and be like, "Thanks again," and then just turn and evaporate. And a few seconds later, just is going to be in there next to Green Streak.
Green
Okay,
Streak.
so
Make another composure test.
can you grab player tokens for me?
I can certainly try.
I don't know where they are.
So I got 3 successes on my composure there. Am I scared by the ghost this time?
No, you're like this is weird, but you're okay.
I'm ready for him, and I'm about to punch the ghost out. But then I remember that Todd said he was sending help.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually move this over here. Okay. So yeah. So where is? Yeah, we don't have everyone's character yet. It's fine. We'll keep going. They'll get there when they get there. So okay. Are you gonna start moving the truck over? You can basically go, Matt. There's the door controls are right there when you're inside. There's dock, and then there's like main door, like the big one. So if you want, you can open that when needed. That I'm gonna say that this truck here is not yours. This is yours.
I would have probably waited to do this until about I'm expecting them in 15-20 minutes, so I'm not having to hang around there too long, so no one noticed me missing from my job.
Right, just opening and then heading back.
Yeah, I get through the door, I close it behind me, and I just try to stay quiet and I wait for them to tell me they're there so I can open it from the inside.
Okay, so so you guys pull up. Phil, as you direct the truck there, you kind of see truck backing in, loading here. You bring the truck there, you can kind of spin it. Sorry, radio did not get included in that move.
So here's all I'm thinking. If no one's here to receive the package, what are they gonna do? Are they just gonna drop it off? Leave it here? If we show up and are like, hey, bring it in, they're gonna be suspicious, right? I was expecting there to be someone here we gotta knock out.
Yeah.
This feels too easy.
Fine by me.
We gotta get inside though. Cam's outside. Can't let that happen.
Okay, so we are driving this truck inside. That's the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is the truck door open?
Can be as soon as you ask for it to be, or you get out and open it.
I'll
Open the door.
I'll hop out, take a look around, make sure that our coast is clear, both astral and physical, and go open up the door, or try to.
For yourself. So is at this point, Gee's back at work? Is that the implication? Just sort of
No,
got
Geese
us
is
set
opening
up.
the door for us, right?
Yeah. So sorry, you'll be over here
And Paulie,
Your
this
spirit.
is with this.
in there. Yeah. So you're in here, Mac. You got out of the truck.
I'm gonna get out, taking eyeballs around, and then go, like.
You guys
knock
open
on
the
the
door. It rolls up. Phil, you can back the truck in.
Yep, I do it.
It'd be fine.
I'll climb back in just so it looks legit. The truck's. Oh wait, I'm supposed to drive this.
Yeah.
Do we want front face in so that we can load the actual container into the back?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Todd's controlling it.
Great.
I love what you did there. Okay, so you're just pulling it in frontwards, which is very weird. But anyway, so it's in there. Slightly.
Yeah, well.
And you roll the door down. Bliss is not actually here. She doesn't. She's in the white void over there. And Gerald is not actually here. I have to put them in the not here territory.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just moved them off to the side so we remember they're here, or if there's funny business with, that stuff.
Those guys are probably like a little over a couple kilometers away now. They're almost there.
All right, we got to be scarce, right?
You got to be whatever you decide to be.
Now,
I mean,
quick
we're
question,
waiting
crew.
here. The important thing was getting into the building where there's no cams before getting out of this vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You
I'm
and me. We're on the ground.
Quick
Are
question.
I'm
I'm gonna
in
go.
daylight.
Sorry, go ahead.
What time of day are we?
Yeah, it's probably mid-afternoon right now.
Just a quick question, people. This is our chance to get a little payback for Cat. I'm just putting that out there. If we can be pro, let it ride, keep it all quiet. But if we wanna mess him up, this is our best chance. Just saying.
I vote for messing them up because if I recall correctly, there was a gentleman there driving a Eurocar Westwind, and that guy needs to get messed up because that's my car.
Oh God.
I'm not saying I want to play it quiet. I think, but this is our chance because who knows if we'll ever see this crew again. And they're the ones who took out our.
We be
friend.
professional.
I mean,
But
yeah,
if something
we-
happens to them,
but
I mean, it's Seattle.
It is a rough area.
I mean, as long as it's not us. Eh?
think,
Eh.
listen, if we want to get revenge on these guys, we can get revenge on these guys, but this is not the place or the time to do it.
All right. Anybody have a means to like a tracking device that we can slip on them somehow?
Sure, hold on, let me make one.
Just some means that we can track one or more of them. Then we can get a little payback at another time.
Well, I got an idea. I can pretend I'm an earnest dock worker who's just really impressed by their sweet car, which wouldn't be that far from the truth. And I can just drop it, in the, gap between the seats or something there, while I'm trying to look at it.
I do want to remind you, these are trained murderers. They don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah, well, with a physique like this, I'm bulletproof, and I flex.
Double or nothing.
Okay, so if you guys are where you want to be, you can.
I think we should. What did I do? That is cursed. I think we shouldn't be physically visible when they come in.
You got about 30 seconds to make up your mind.
Yeah, so I got
Get
some
back here. Not the cap, the other thing.
Green Streak, stay on the out because you're the dock worker guy, but not in this one. Like, just be on the facility, keep eyes on. Everybody else pile into everyone who's physically there, get into the invisicrate and hope they don't tap it.
Just you and me.
Oh, right. I guess I'll get in the crate then. And Polly, too.
So green streak is there. You 3 are in the spirit, and the other 2 of you are in there inside the crate. And there's just a truck sitting there with nobody in it. Okay. The door opens. You can sort of hear it because you guys are where you are.
Oh, they got a mage. They're going to be looking. Damn it. This is not going to work.
Invis crate will glow like a lantern.
There's no way I can mask that, right?
Not now. The door opens.
Polly. Cause an accident.
Isn't the plan for them to just park and leave?
If their mage looks in here, it will be super obvious. I want that door not to be able to open. Polly, jam the door. I'll spend a service to do it.
I love how you guys had a plan and then just...
That's how plans work.
Stop having a plan.
Well, I mean, I can hold off, but if they look in and they see the giant glowing thing, they're going to immediately know something is up.
Do they know what's gonna be here? Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing they're supposed to leave it at. Probably. I don't know.
But if their mage glances over here, it's game over.
Yeah. I mean...
Hey, Todd, roll me a logic plus intuition, please.
Sure. That ain't too bad for me. 8 dice. No, 9 dice.
I want to try to get an eyeball and a forklift somewhere, so just in case I can jump into it and try to run it into something. I just want to know where one is.
Just a thing I want to do. It's just like,
just in case, if they try to leave, I can drive a forklift into their truck, or try to at least.
3 hits, 3 ones, but not quite half, so I'm okay.
So,
Nice.
You remember that you had a conversation with Flurp earlier today where he said we can use the fact that Cat died to our advantage, the fact that these guys are spooked to our advantage, that you guys could be the backup for these shipper dudes. And one of the options he presented you was to be there to receive and add support for them.
Wait, Polly. I'm gonna get out.
Okay, so you...
monitoring their signals and stuff for drones, etc.
Yeah,
there's
the security mage already in sight. Yeah.
I'm gonna
roll me
I'm gonna take out my gun.
Perception, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm gonna hold it out as soon as they see me. I'll have it in my hand and look around. I'll put it on the ground, let them frisk me and all that jazz.
So you kind of are like, hey, presenting yourself. The Eurocar is parked sort of here, running, facing. I don't have a Eurocar because I couldn't find one. But anyway, and nobody gets. One guy steps out of that. So yeah, there. That's good enough. Perfect. And can you give me 4 randos, Todd?
Sure. Randos coming up. I was going to do the car, but somebody else did it. So we'll do that.
What they look like. So one of them gets out, and he's one of them steps out at the far side of the vehicle. One of them steps out at the near side of the vehicle. The one that steps out on the far side has a gun at the ready. And The one that steps out of the close side does not have a gun that you can see. And so, and the one guy, he's going to stay in the vehicle. And then there's another guy that can go here in that truck. So they yeah, okay, I'll move them now. That's good. So they come towards you, and it's like, one of them says straight up to you, wasn't expecting anyone to be here. This is supposed to be empty. Whose guys are you?
I'm, name's Tom, and I'm here to clean up the mess.
Well, I think we did a pretty good job of cleaning up the mess.
Leaving bodies on the interstate is your idea of clean? Come on.
Roll me a con. Like, look, body wasn't quite on the interstate. How did you guys even hear about that anyway?
How the hell do you think?
I have a pretty vivid imagination.
So bitch. Okay. So here's where I use that edge.
Not a glitch?
It's not a glitch, but it's just a fail. But it's almost a glitch. So I'm gonna re-roll failures. This is the second edge of the night.
Nice, nice.
Okay, that's a little better. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No glitch.
A lot better.
He's like, oh, really? Was it them? Like, did it go that high up the chain? Fuck. This job was supposed to be so simple. Do you even know what's in this friggin' crate? Jimmy,
I don't even want to know.
It's fucking cured meats. It's just a big thing of cured meats. You know, they got that whole embargo from where you can't be like.
Hey man, I've been eating soy for God knows. Anyway.
Yeah, no. If me too. If we had the option, I'd be in the back of that thing right now.
By the way, my masking is on, so they shouldn't know that I'm awakened.
Let me just
I
see.
think Radio walks like out of the back, because I assume we can't like get out of this container anyway, other than where probably we're going to convince them to put it into. So I'm walking out. I'm just, we doing this thing or not? Hurry up! Don't have all day.
The mage, you can
down.
tell which one the mage is, Todd, quite easily. He's not actually hiding it. He's like, where the fuck did you guys get that thing? He's very clearly pointing at the Invisicrate. He's like, who? That's good work. Who did that? I can barely tell.
Above my pay grade, I'm afraid. I just drive the thing. Yeah, they see my cyber arm.
Listen, Shinzo's guys are supposed to be here in a while. Like, we're supposed to just drop this and go. So,
yeah, but we're just babysitting it.
So are you guys going to be here till they come? Like, what's changed?
Nothing. We're going to get this thing inside, and we're all going to take a little walk, and we're going to make sure nothing untoward happens.
Well, whatever, man.
I don't want to be here. From here on out, everything works the way it was supposed to work, hopefully. But we put it in that to be safe.
6 hours straight, man. I just want to fucking take a rest. So, you, whose crew are you with anyway? Who's your capo?
What's the name of the guy who's not Flurp?
Manicotti.
I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with manicotti.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, so you're yeah, okay. You're in that crew. Well,
look, I'm a contractor. All right? That's it. That's all anybody else needs to know.
That explains the lack of a coherent, well-communicated plan. Something going on. That guy is just like uncoordinated as shit. Everything they start, like, It's no wonder you guys are here without us being told about it. Anyway, listen.
May I?
We're gonna get this.
To put this back.
We're gonna just drop this in here, and then he's gonna. Oh, I'm gonna just take the truck apart because apparently that's how I can't highlight the right. No,
I can do that.
No, I got it. I'm halfway there. Okay, yeah, you can put the cab back together. Anyway.
So while they're all over there busying around, can I be an incognito dock worker being like, oh, sweet ride, and, go over and try to put that bug on it for us?
So when you, did you go back to the unit you're supposed to be working at all this time?
I'm not totally sure where I was going. I don't think I ever got a final decision for that, if they wanted me to wait there or just go back to where I was and keep a low profile.
I think stay nearby. If this went south, we'd need you right near.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was something like we showed up early to get
the forklift
like all set up. You head back, you do your thing, but then we would have been like, they're here now, like get back over here again.
No.
So you were here nearby, like within the the driving up distance, I assume, but you did leave
walking distance to the other unit, right? So yeah, maybe I'm coming from the other unit, I'm walking by, pretending I'm on a smoke break again.
So you've come and gone a few times. When you go back, the guy kind of watches you. He comes up and the boss guy, right? He comes up and talks to you. He's like, "Listen, this is a tryout, man. Like, so if you are serious about wanting to put in a full day's work, you can't just be running off having 17 smoke breaks. If you're going to come tomorrow, it's like you can have 15 in the morning and half an hour in the middle of 15 in the afternoon. You got to compress your cigarette intake to that. If the door's open, I don't give a crap where you smoke. But you're going to be walking off. Tomorrow's got to be a little bit better. Listen, you got about an hour left, and then you can clock out. And I'll see you. I'll give you another day. I'll see you tomorrow."
All right, sounds good. But you know what? Tomorrow I'll bring a nicotine patch that'll help cut down on my breaks.
So, what was that other? Anyway, so those guys drop the trailer. They pull out. They're like, you can tell they're just like worn the fuck down from having been on the road, and they just don't give a shit. Like, it's very clear they just want to drop this thing and fuck off. And that's essentially what they do.
Can we get a chance to try to plant a bug on them or something?
Yeah. So if somebody wants to do that, there was one guy that did not get out of the vehicle, though.
I think Green Streak's probably the closest, least watched.
I'm in a dock worker outfit too. I feel like I'm kind of disguised. I'd just be like, "Yeah, sweet ride, man. Yo, where'd you get this thing? I've always admired the Westwind. I got a poster in my room, which is all true."
So,
hey, Gerald,
you're talking to
ram
him
the rat up the ass of the car while they're doing this.
While you're talking to him, the driver of the big rig, like, he's back in there. He's dropped the thing and he's already, like, he's gone. He just doesn't care. He's like done his job and he's like out of there. So there's the other three. They're just kind of chit-chatting, making sure everything's buttoned up. Do you guys have not? No. So you guys have not put the one thing inside the other yet. Like you wouldn't have been able to do that yet. So it's just parked.
I was
like
just
it's on
getting it ready.
Yeah.
Are we able to let? I don't know what the process of loading that would be, but like I think that's what we're doing in the that's what they think we're doing, and that's what we're doing. Can we begin the process of doing?
Maybe
visit ourselves. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Possibly. So Matt, you're talking to them. The guy kind of rolls the window down a crack. He's like, he's just kind of like half listening to you while he's sitting there in the vehicle. What are you saying to him?
I just be telling like how this is such a sweet car. You know, what model is this? You know, I maybe using my vehicle empathy skill a bit or
Yo,
preferred
it's
brand.
fuchsia.
Yeah, because I got both of them. You know, I'd be like, oh, what motor is this? Is this the one made in Renazzo, Italy or whatever? You know, I don't know where the West one's made, but my character does.
Okay, so just roll your. I would.
And I just be kind of doing my best to make my way around the car, you know, just find a good chance where I can, you know, put the bug under the wheel well or up an exhaust tube or, you know,
Yeah.
drop it in between a gap in the seats or something when he's not looking.
Your vehicle
etiquette.
is an extra die for driving tests, so it's more your knowledge skill, and you had something to do with like brand loyalty,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was where is your brand loyalty thing?
Brand loyalty is about getting bonuses for using the specific brand.
Yeah,
But did you take like a knowledge skill about it as well? You might have.
I'm gonna say it'll fall under the lifestyle portion of fitness and lifestyle.
Cool. That makes sense.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. So you could roll your knowledge dice to see if you can rattle off all the tech specs about this vehicle.
I've also got social trends too. Would that count? It's kind of like a flashy car.
Well, no, it's lifestyle. You got to pick one or the other.
So that's a
Social
4.
trends are.
I didn't say it before, but could I have extended counterspelling to my companions just in case?
I assumed that you did
Okay,
because
cool.
we did talk about that.
Now
After
for me, there's a lot riding on this because my long view is once we get revenge on these guys, this is my car. So I'm going to use edge on this.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So how do I write that? Roll 20 at /roll, then 96 ! Greater than 5
Exclamation mark at the end.
at the end. 6 successes.
Damn.
So yeah, you know, like, make, model. You're like, oh yeah, this is the one with the 7-liter engine and so on and so forth, and you can V12, and those things are illegal, but that's amazing. The guy's like, kind of like, semi-impressed that you know what you're talking about. So you're trying to plant something on this?
Plant a bug, or like even convince them to like let me take a picture in the driver's seat or something, you know. Let me look
Or,
under the hood even, you know.
If it
'cause they
doesn't look
probably
like it's
release
going
it
good,
under the hood.
he could distract while Gerald drives a bug up inside it.
I thought Gerald gave him something that no, you're not there to give it to him.
Not there to give it to, but
Well, yeah, so what are you going to plant on it, though? Like, do you have a tracker of some kind?
I thought Gerald gave me a bug. I thought he
Yeah,
made one.
we planned earlier that
already
we
met
wanted
up.
to.
Or is
that was
Gerald
earlier,
already great even
before you
me?
went to the submarine. Okay, so yeah, you have the little bug, and you can...
yeah, it's a stealth tag, RFID.
Yeah, so you got 6 hits on that? I'm going to give you a little bit of a benefit for that, because you are attracting some of his attention. So what I want you to do is roll a... let's have you roll sneaking to try to plant that bug. That seems the most sensible thing.
Yeah, sneaking and etiquette. They both are sort of. No.
So roll a sneak.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got 6 dice on that. I'm gonna edge that again.
You really want this car.
I can't say I blame him.
Like, yeah, he really likes it. Oof, not as good. 5 successes.
It's good enough in this case. He's very tired apparently. So you kind of walking around and like, oh yeah, it's, looking at the I love the lines of the hood and the way that they flow into the mirror here and so on and so forth. And you just manage to find a spot where you can slip it in between the body panels, and you get it in there. As far as you know, he didn't seem to change any. Didn't seem to react to that. And you can keep chatting for a bit. Todd, you guys are shooting the shit. The guy's pulled away. The rigger's gone. The other guys are like, well, this has been a slice, man, but we're out of here. Can we just make sure you guys roll that down, just so I can say I've seen it closed before we go?
I'll motion to radio.
Yeah, I'm very like silent, professional. Cadence. What's the word? Demeanor. That's it. So yeah, bring it down.
Okay, door closes. They're like, good enough for me. Tell what was he gonna say? Yeah, tell Kyle that Phil and Bart and Blair say hi.
Will do.
We're out. So they take off. Now, it's midnight your time on the eastern seaboard where you are. It's 10 o'clock for me. We will leave our intrepid Shadowrunners here.
Sounds
you
good.
know that in sometime less than an hour, the Yakuza boys are supposed to be here to deal with this. You could take I will say that, Phil, you've done some perception through the sensors on the truck. There is no forklift. There is no equipment large enough to move one of these containers from one flatbed to the other.
Yeah, there is a truck. We have a truck.
Okay, so you have this container here on a trailer, and you have this container on a trailer attached to a truck. That's the equipment you have. You need to get this container inside this container. You need equipment to do that, or a mage and spirit and something. You need to make that happen somehow.
Or a helicopter.
Yeah, well,
That's not
unless you
going
want
to
to
be real
stand
subtle.
with one end and fly it down in, the helicopter ain't doing it. This is going to be some interesting.
I got an idea.
maneuver.
We pull our truck out, detach, use our truck. I'm gonna move half the building now. Use our truck to move this and turn it around so that the back end, the end you can load in and off of, is facing down in this case. Then we'd put our truck back on, and then we turn it around, back it in like this, and then that's all I got.
I mean, that's originally what I assumed was going to happen, but I guess it's not compatible.
Well, once we get it
just
there,
loading in like that.
we have to basically get the container off the bed, and then
Yeah.
slide it into the other container.
Now I can
Okay, so-
I can help a little.
Yeah.
I got levitate. We got muscle boy
Phil.
there.
I need
I'd also
I need
let you
just
guys know there's tons of forklifts down at Unit 5 if someone wants to hijack one.
so pause there for a second, Phil. I want you to roll something to determine whether Gerald ever actually examined this thing since the day you got it.
What the
Great. Did you ever just look at it and go, what is this? How is it built?
no,
How,
because you can't see it.
you can see from the inside. When you're
inside, yeah.
when you're inside it, you can see it.
Yeah. So he definitely has, like, 100%. He would have done that if he's inside it ever, because he's just like, he's an engineer. He's a mechanic. He's just gonna see stuff by happenstance as well.
Okay, so
I can give you a perception roll though to see what he may have noticed about it.
no, give me a memory test.
That's
Uh-oh.
much better
The
than
old guy's
perception.
having to do a memory test.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the old guy's memory works a lot better than his eyes do.
Yeah, because you can roll a memory test on here, right? It's an attribute.
Oh yeah, 11 dice. That's better than my eyes.
Logic and willpower, or willpower and intuition?
Yeah,
Logic and
that
willpower.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured there was some way of doing that as part of it, but I don't know. That's not my purview.
Doesn't mean you roll well though. I'll take 2 hits.
This is all you need. You just needed one. You remember back from when you found this, the job that you were doing. All of the forklifts, the heavy-duty forklifts they use there at that dock, pick everything up from the side, right?
Yeah.
Lift these containers from the side. They drive with them.
Does this thing open like a clam?
It does. On the one side. The side of it flips up like that. They designed it that way so that this forklift that they, when they shit-kicked the guy that Todd stole the drugs off later, they just forklifted it in, down goes the edge, then they drove away with that truck, right?
It's like a stage. It opens up, we have a concert, then it closes down.
So all you need is a piece of equipment or a way to get it in from the side. You can do all of this with both vehicles being inside, lined up parallel to each other. But you just need a way to make one go into the other. So we're not going to solve that problem today. That's where we're going to leave it. Yakuza is probably bearing down on you. Invisicrate is there. Truck is there. Things are there. Bliss is not there.
Yeah, it's funny. Close the door, and it's like, well, that's what we need to go in there and put in the thing. That's why we're here. But whatever.
Oh gosh. Before I forget, you who were all here last episode will get 6 karma for that. We didn't talk about that. I like giving it out on a keep track of your own. And again for today. And then Matt, you can have an extra one for a well done job interview.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have my marked properly, but oh well.
What are your karmas? How much karma do you have?
I have 18 total, but there's a whole between 2 weeks thing. The thing is, I don't have anything marked in my total karma column, and it's well, I know I got some and spent some already, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else that has it marked down? You, Darcy, you and Phil would have the same amount.
So if I've scored correctly, we've gotten 29 total.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I've spent some, so I don't know. But yeah, I can mark down total as 29, sure.
I think so.
Well, and you
sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if my total matters, but yeah, sure.
It does because it affects your street cred.
Cool.
Which is why it's worth.
Happy to use that as the stand-in. Being super specific probably won't matter that much.
Because it's 1/10 of your karma.
I'm tracking karma real close these days because I can now do quickening, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Todd, how many karma have you collected?
I have with this last 6. I have 49, but I may have received that 6 from last week. I'm not sure.
No, I didn't tell anyone about that last week.
Okay, so yeah, I've got 49.
So if you feel like updating my sheet for me, there's Steve. Those are just in the chat. They're the things that I've bought and gained and swapped or whatever.
Is it on my computer? It is on my computer.
Yeah, you made it on Hero 4.
I'll just write it down
So how many more rounds has Mac played than me? If you're at 40, you said 49.
I think I only had 1 more.
I've obviously missed a bunch.
I don't know.
Or I
don't
miscounted.
keep track of it very well.
I'm pretty sure my unspent is correct, and that's fine. That's enough. How often is your street cred going to come up?
And Matt, what did you
Probably
say?
after this game, I'm going to switch to a new character because I do that.
What? That never happens.
Yeah,
Honestly, I want to go back to Eidolon. They were super fun.
I have something
That's
called altitis, where I can't stop making alternate characters.
Yeah. That's a real thing.
Yeah. I always think up new ideas and then I want to play it. I do that and do that.
Yeah.
I keep playing different shit all the time.
I want to quickly get to the point of the character and then ship them off and get a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why. Okay, so Todd and I used to play City of Heroes. I don't know if you ever played that game.
Didn't, but I know it. Yeah.
I like pretty much every time I sat down to play that game it was like I changed it so many times.
Totally.
Although it is where I invented Dr. Avery, and I will resurrect him sometime because he was probably my favorite character.
Nice.
Hey, I guess if we're into the after show, maybe we talk about some favorite past characters. Obviously, we love these characters.
He was correct in that it is 12. Like, it is after now, so I'm not just gonna stick around really, but yeah.
Well, thanks everyone. It's always interesting when we don't do any combat at all, which is fine sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, get more done.
With the last 2 sessions, I haven't rolled for if my blight is a problem because I'm like, I'll roll it before I do a roll, and I just haven't done rolls. So I'm like,
Yeah, I think
so.
Todd, what were you saying to me in whatever message you sent about the schedule?
Oh, so if it's okay with everybody, because I'm going to be away for a little bit in a few weeks, would it be possible to shift it so that next week is D&D, and maybe the one after that, and then I'm gone for a while, so then you'll be able to do Shadowrun for a bit?
But without you?
Yeah, I think I have 2 weeks where I'm away, which would normally fall in D&D, but if we switch it, or 1-1, but if we switch it so that we do D&D next week, and then either the week after do Shadowrun or do D&D, we can make that call later. But if that's cool, then that would help me out, because I'm going to be away for some of those times.
Yeah.
It works for me. Yeah, it just doesn't affect me. I just show up. You know?
I'll try not to be as distracted next time too. I was really expecting to die, so I was kind of multitasking, but now I've got like a whole.
You were great.
So.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I was saying this during the break. It's like no, nothing against Donnie or Bella, but it is really nice to have the small group for the banter. I was having a blast. It was great. Get to be a lot more loose with.
Well, and I didn't. Like I said on air last time, that was not anything I had planned by any means. So I was kind of just like, well, I'm not going to force a combat encounter on you. And honestly, if you hadn't smoked the guy in the rolls, Todd, on that interaction there, they might have. You actually
good use of edge.
So
I was
bad
like,
in the yeah. In the end, he beat him so bad in the con roll. I just decided that it's like, okay, you just totally put him at ease, and then fine. I just want to go home.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you went in and talked to them because I think I mentioned only one time. I didn't bring it up a second time, but I was like, yeah, you'll just talk to them. We'll people receiving just be out there and say that.
Yeah, I assume they would just drop it.
I think you're better at con than you actually are. I think.
I should be.
That moment where,
I need more dice in it.
You're standing there with your hand concealed on your gun, ready to fight, and they're like, yeah, man, that's totally fine. And you can see the tense moment, guys staring. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Exactly. I like that moment where it's like, wait a minute, the mage is gonna see everything and be like, what the shit is this? I was like, oh, right.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
This isn't gonna go well.
Nah, that's the whole point.
I guess if we wanted to murder them.
Let's put it on the thing. That's what I thought we were gonna do. A little late for that now, though.
Yeah. I will say it may have been smarter to not have the Invisicrate there then.
In there and bring it after. Yeah.
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 So there.
I just assumed they'd be like, oh, it's an empty one. Okay, let's park next to it and get the hell out of here. But then I was like, oh, damn, the mage is going to see it.
Well, Green Streak wasn't there when you guys stole the crate, but does anybody know in the gang maybe that Flurp is the guy who has that crate? No?
Not that you know of.
Not that
That's
we know of,
Flurp's
yeah.
problem.
Now,
We don't even really
someone
know where
is
the crate came
going
from.
to know that that crate was involved in the thing and is missing, and I don't know.
No, you guys are the only. Flurp knows the Invisicrate exists, and his little group knows it exists.
Run.
You know that.
Flurp knows we have it.
He knows you have it.
Oh, I gotta make a note about my spirit. I like him. I might spend some karma and bind him, because that could be fun.
Yeah.
It's Paulie, but the way I was picturing him is like Benicio del Toro in pretty much anything. I almost wanted him to stutter.
Well, I'm heading out. It sounds like we're done.
All right, man.
I have written down a note here which says episode title Hard Reset, New Viewers Start Here, because I think we did a great job at like having it kind of the starting point if you were jumping into the series.
That's
it
fair.
is such a hard sell to be like, watch from the first episode to get here, and it's like we just summarized everything and you're fine. Start this one. This one was good.
And it was kind of a hard reset. Like, we were like, do we murder them? What do we do here?
Yeah, we had to sort of make a whole new plan because everything got shook up, right? Like,
yeah.
Anyway,
that's a good name.
That was
Thank
my
you,
pick.
Darcy.
I'm heading out. Good night, everybody. You're all great. See ya.
Hi, Darcy.
All right, well, we got the title. We got the everything. Anybody wants to stick around for a little bit after, we can chit-chat if you want to. But I was going to sign off. Is that cool?
Yeah.
On the interweaves? All right. Hey, interwebs. We will see you back here next week for some Dungeons and Dragons. Hopefully, we will also see you back here for some more Shadowrun. I'm sad I'll have to sit some of that out, but I'm super excited to get back into this. And don't forget to, hit the subscribe, hit the follow, hit the like, all of that stuff. And you can check our stuff out, all the previous ones, even though this is called Hard Reset. You can check out the previous ones, Shadowrun or Dungeons and Dragons, on podcasts, all the places. Just look for Side Quests Live, and you will find it, no problem. So Side Quests Live, all one word. And then you can also see us on YouTube and see all the previous ones with the things. Anyway, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for sticking around. And if you want to stick around for some after, I'll figure out an ad, or Steve will. And then, have yourself a great night. I'm going to go now. Ciao! Hey, Phil. Oh, sorry. Hello and welcome to York's Turkey and Cheese Emporium, where we sell pussy cat, a chicken, bird seed. We're not a front at all. Okay, bye.